Hello, my friends, and we are back. This is exciting. It has been a freaking minute, let me tell you what. So, last weekend, obviously, I intend to go every week, streaming with you fine folks. And last week was just one of those weeks, you know. I took my children to the beach for some dad time, you know, and one thing led to another, and all of a sudden we were there for an extended period of time, and yeah, I couldn't get out or get back home to meet with you fine folks. So instead, we skipped a week, which I know was heartbreaking for everyone. It was heartbreaking for me as well. But we're back now, and we're excited to be here, and we've got some things. All right, we've got some things. So the last time we left off, we were just at the end of September, I believe, and we had a massive break in between losing to Man United 2-1 and then drawing away to Tottenham. So we had gone through the whole gauntlet. We lost to Liverpool 3-1. The Arsenal game got pushed. And so we played Derby in the third round of the Carabao Cup, won on penalties. Then we lost to Manchester United away 2-1. Then we had like a 2-week break where we played two friendlies and absolutely whooped up on them. And then we faced Tottenham away. So we're coming back into this game, not exactly out of the fire, but you know, certainly, hopefully, on a better path in terms of facing teams that we should be beating. So we can just go ahead and take a look at it right now. What's up? What's up, Mike? How's it going? Back in the stream. Just fixing my like fourth monitor here. For real though, Mike, family comes before everything else. Again, fixing my my like seventh monitor here. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, the Arsenal game got pushed just a little bit. We were supposed to kind of face Liverpool, Arsenal, United, and then Tottenham back to back to back to back. But we beat Swansea in the Carabao Cup at home 4-3 in an unnecessarily wild second round. And then we faced Derby in the third round of the Carabao Cup. So now we're facing Arsenal at home. And I thought it was going to get easier, except for the fact that Nottingham Forest has decided to be good. I don't know if Marinakis is cashing in some, I don't know, some Greek favors or something, paying off refs. I don't know, but Tottenham Forest are sitting top of the table right now, having played 7 games and 16 points. Same here with Tottenham. So I'm hoping Arsenal are a little further down the table. So I'm hoping the fact that we've drawn Tottenham away, we are now facing Arsenal at home in a battle of the 7-pointers. We can take points there, and then we're facing Nottingham Forest. Maybe we can get the same sort of result with Tottenham, or that we did with Tottenham. And then we end up playing West Ham after that away, and then Sunderland at home. So I mean, I'm just wanting to kind of get into this. We do have a little bit of a break here. I had debated flying through this. We got Mike making making Marinakis mafia jokes in the chat already. I had debated taking or kind of skipping us ahead because we last played Tottenham on the 21st. We're not going to play Arsenal until the 9th of October. So, I mean, that's almost 3 weeks of a break. But I figured in the spirit of making sure that everybody, you know, knows what's happening and is on top of things, I might as well just continue to roll with it. Arne Engels is playing very well according to his last 5 games. 3 goals, 1 assist. But he does not want any of the any of the praise, which is ridiculous. But sure, Arne, if you think you can do better, I fully expect you to do better the next time we play. We do have some coaching vacancies. But again, I definitely think that we can be doing better. I mean, I don't even know who or where we have vacancies. Not in the coaching. We don't have any vacancies anywhere. What are they doing telling me we have... We don't have vacancies. My freaking people are just so dumb. So dumb. I'm going to make some friendlies here, I suppose. So we're playing on the 9th. So we just played on Monday. Okay, so we can throw one down for Saturday the 26th. Let's play somebody where we can get a bunch of money. So 5.82, 5.81. Cool. We will play Huntingdon. Sure. And then we've got one more. Oh, man. So Mike is over here rubbing it in everybody's face that he was just about to end his save, his Southport save that we've been talking about pretty much since week 1 here on the stream, and then also in the chat for the non-league to Premier League featuring Marine AFC Let's Play series. He was about to end that save, and then all of a sudden Real Madrid was like, no, man, we want to offer you a job. And I mean, I don't want to say that you're taking a step down, Mike, but I mean, maybe you're taking a step down. I don't know. Southport, the domestic treble, Champions League, going to little old Real Madrid. I mean, who are they, honestly? A Jude Bellingham at 36 years old with 9 pace and $250 million in debt. Okay, yeah. I could see that being a perhaps a challenge. You know, add that to the add that feather to the cap, I suppose. Okay, Lukic is happy with his playing time. I don't remember playing him at all, so good for him. See, what you got to do, Mike, is what? Job is probably like 32, 31 in that save. You got to bring the Bellingham brothers together so Job can finally be better than Jude. All right, so again, we are going to rip through these pretty darn quickly. I mean, ultimately, there's not really much for us to see or do until, you know, we get back on track. Yeah, an 11-0 over Huntington. Until we get back on track with games, there's not really much for us to do. What did we... Oh, we really want that guy. Gary Brazil is good. What did we want to hide just as a staff member? He's a goalkeeper coach. Steve Holland. Stuart Pierce. Stuart. Maybe we can... That makes sense. Cool. Thanks, Shahid Khan. And so we get our fancy Molina man. I would like to look at money. Oh my God. I've completely forgotten. I have completely forgotten that we are so rich. Not rich in terms of bank account, but just transfer budget. I had forgotten that we sold so many people for so much stupid money. Was it Kevin? We got like $80 million for him or something. And then Timothy Castengay, we got like 45 from AC Milan or something, or Leicester. We have so much money in the bank for future transfers, and it is beautiful. I loaned in half my Southport team, and I'm ready to go. Job retired long ago. He was playing oh my, what? Okay, so yeah, probably not bringing the Bellinghams together. It's probably not going to happen. You are right. So it looks like we could just throw in some coaches and go from there. And to think, we were gonna spend $100 million on Joe Bellingham, when in reality he is nothing more than a National League footballer. I'm really glad. I don't remember who it was. Was it Ministry of Chairs or somebody else in the chat a couple episodes ago? I'm really glad that they talked me out of that, because that would have been crazy. Though I would like to think that, you know, it's probably stands to reason that I could have gotten a little bit more out of him. I mean, come on, right? Because I'm obviously a superior coach. So did you, Mike, you said that you loaned in half of your Southport team. Did you loan them? Did you like kind of cheat? Like, be honest. It's just you and me. This isn't going anywhere else. This isn't live or anything. Be honest. Did you cheat the system a little bit and loan the players to Real Madrid when you knew that you were going to Real Madrid? Because I can't imagine, though I guess the game is kind of stupid, if Real Madrid comes calling to little old Southport and is like, and they're like, yeah, we're going to take every player, Southport, even if they're the domestic treble winners and the Champions League winners, are probably going to be like, okay, because the players are going to be like, yeah, do I want to live in Southport or do I want to play for Real Madrid? Not much to think about there. I mean, I think in terms of how he's doing it, Dortmund this season in real life, I mean, I think he's doing fine. I haven't heard anything where he's like, oh, this is the greatest person that's ever existed. He's gonna reset German football for English players and all of that. So we get Bencheda some more game time. I swear to God, when we looked at our finances, when I was marveling at our 103 million, we had 12 million in the bank. So we've lost 5 million just in the last like 4 days. Amassed about 35 first team play. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And by Southport had amassed around 35 first team players, you mean Mike had amassed around 35 first team level players. You sly dog, you. I don't think you wanted to quit that save at all. I think you knew you were going somewhere and you were like, let me load up. Sure, let's go ahead and look at that dude. Okay, I don't think we need a fitness guy, and we can do much better than that. Good skate. Sure. That looks just about right. I'm having a really difficult time, and I mean, this is like outside of the game. I am having a really difficult time knowing that not 3 weeks ago we had, 270 some odd people in the stream, and now there's just, oh my god, Harry Wilson partially tearing his thigh. Freaking A, man. And now, I mean, it has since I started this comment, it has jumped up the number of people in the well, I appreciate it, baby B4 on Twitch. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. But it's difficult for me to know where we have been, and then what I have done, because I mean I definitely dropped out here over the last couple of weeks, and there's a whole bunch of family stuff going on, which I'm sure at some point I'll write my tell-all book, but it's made it difficult to make content. And so I recognize, not making consistent content, and therefore not showing up on people's feeds and all of that stuff makes it difficult to pull views and pull attention, especially for like a live stream. But I mean, I'm back. I, am able to, at this point right now, I'm able to recommit myself to the content. I've put out several episodes this week for non-league to Premier League. So if you haven't checked that out, shameless plug, go ahead and check it out on the YouTube channel. We're taking Marine AFC from National League North all the way to the top of the English football pyramid and winning the Premier League. And depending, I guess, how long that takes, we're currently in League One, looking pretty good. Just saying, pretty good. Taking them from League One, or how long it takes us to go from League One and win the Premier League, I guess, will sort of dictate how much further we take that save. Because I mean, we could, as everybody does, we could go and win the Champions League and end up going the domestic treble and blah blah blah, like Mike is doing, and then go and just do like a weird offshoot and go and sign for Real Madrid or something like that. Get this guy out for 60K. So we can add Rob Newman. I had about 95 players. Jiminy Christmas. Hey, I mean, that's good money though, if you can make it. 25 mil on loan, and I assume you had all of their wages covered and whatnot. Or was that like the net after taking, what you were earning in loan income minus what it costs to continue to pay them? Our Italian goalkeeper coach, now fluent in English. Look at us go. We're hooked on phonics, essentially. All right, live broadcast. We got Chelsea, City, Ipswich, because of course, and Wolves. Cool, okay. So now we are up against it here, against little tiny old Arsenal here. We got like 4 days ahead of us. I'm gonna go ahead and change some training intensities so that I don't explode my boy's hamstrings. Though they did just have 2 weeks off, so honestly, all of them should be on double duty. Because I don't think we had that many international chaps. And if I sound weird, like in terms of like a tinny echo, it's because if you did not see episode 37, 37 of the Let's Play series on my YouTube channel. Uh, the bed behind me is gone. The guest bed behind me is gone, and so it's obviously now, my voice is bouncing off of all sorts of different surfaces and whatnot. Once the bed gets put back in, it'll change how I sound. But at this point, I've been trying to fiddle with all of the settings on my mic and all of that. And, it's ended up being more bother than benefit. So I think this is going to be something that we're just all going to have to, we're all just going to have to deal with. I usually get teams to pay full wages except the low-level guys from the academy. Their wages are minor to me. Yeah, I mean, if you're pulling in, what did you say? Was it 2 weeks ago? Or that big week that we had that you were like, where you've officially crossed $1 billion in the bank? So yeah, I mean, if you've got $1 billion in the bank, I think it's probably cool for you to let it ride with the $4,000 a week guys. You don't really need to recoup that money. Though, that's how the rich stay rich, right? They don't spend their own money, they spend other people's money. I'm not rich, so I wouldn't actually know that. But I feel like that's what I heard. I read a Reddit at some point that intimated that that's what happens. So if you're all looking for financial advice, I'm glad you stopped in, because this is where you're going to get it, probably. I should run a disclaimer at the bottom of the page. Please, God, don't listen to me for financial advice, because I can barely keep my own crap together. But you know what? That's okay, because I have this game, and I already paid for it, so that's a sunk cost. That's a financial word. So maybe I do know finances. Got me a sunk cost here, and I have you all. So that, that's love right there. That's all I need. This game and you. And a winning lottery ticket, but, unless somebody wants to help me with that. Yeah, if only I had Mike in the Southport save money. $1.5 million. $1.5 million. Billion, I should say. Billion with a B. I got wrapped up in the bit. $1.5 billion in the bank. Yeah, you could probably, even like the 20K, the youngins pulling in 20K because it's their first big kid contract. Probably let that ride. That's your charitable donation. I'm sure your accountants, Mike, were having a field day pulling all sorts of loopholes together to make sure that none of that actually hurt the bottom line. Because big businesses and whatnot. All right, we are now like 2 days before Arsenal. And then we'll be able to kind of pick it up here, because we've got Arsenal at home, Nottingham Forest at home, a big team that's not performing super well, and then a tiny team that's performing incredibly well, both at home, which is good, because we typically play much better at home. Who do we have here? Robinson, Bassey's not going to play. Santos, Miller, Lennon Miller, Wilson Odobert, and then Yankuba Minta. I think that's probably good for right now. We will end up making slight adjustments, I have a feeling. Juan Sola, I don't want a fitness coach. Leave me alone. Jeez, guys. So, Mike, how often are you currently playing FM26? Like, have you gotten to the oversaturation point where it's like, yes, this is my game, but also it's like, all right, I've won literally everything. I've unknowingly created a what is it, a gold digger, not a gold digger, a glory hunter save. Yeah, I would have expected that as well. With 1.5 billion in the bank, you could essentially have any team that you want. All right. Well, Al Halal want Ogbu now, and Ogbu is only worth $40 million. But I bet, given their background, I bet we could get them up to a gajillion dollars, give or take. Calvin Bassey is also wanted by Al Halal. I guess if they don't get one, they want the other. All right. So do I want Odebear? I mean, Alvarado has not played very well, but he was the person that we had wanted to put in there. All right. We're just going to run it. We've got Grabara in goal, Robinson, Bassey, Anderson, and Santos across the back line, Lennon Miller, Alex Iwobi, and Arne Engels in our midfield three, Odebear and Minta are loanies out on the wings, and then beautiful, beautiful Yuri Alberto up top. Yes, they're lacking match sharpness because I literally just brought them in 20 days ago. Yeah, the new database. Well, not the new data. I've only been on the one. This is the vanilla database. But the new update, has that affected your gameplay at all? Because I mean, as you saw in the last couple of episodes of the non-league to Premier League series, I mean, we came back from our break after the update happened, and all of a sudden we couldn't kick the freaking ball. I mean, we were getting beat just so easily, giving up goals within the first 2 minutes because we were playing kind of hesitant, which had worked for us. Like we had played with this sort of like, we're going to lay off a bit. Alex Iwobi cuts in. Anthony Robinson drives the end line. And that's an own goal by Christian Mosquera. 44 seconds in. So sub 1 minute, Alex Iwobi cuts it back. Anthony Robinson goes and beats his player to the end line, cuts it across, and then Mosquera just does get a foot in front of Yuri Alberto, but that foot is directed straight into goal past David Raya. That's interesting because I mean, again, you saw it was we like couldn't play, and we did switch a couple of things and be a bit more aggressive, which has helped. But it's I didn't know if that was for everybody, if everybody was having sort of the same problem. Maybe the game was getting tired of 0-0 draws or 1-0 wins. They wanted a bit more action. And Ethan Winyeri goes and cuts inside from the ball from Miles Lewis Skelly. And their youngins are starting to pick it up, or they're just playing the babies because they're like, oh, it's just Fulham. I really think Grabara should be doing better there. I mean, yes, the shape was great, but also he's like way out there. There's a zero angle. I have a feeling this is going to go horribly wrong for us today. Ben White, Hincapie, Lewis Skelly, and Keys Smith was just all by himself there. Why he didn't turn. Bukayo Saka playing on the left side. Declan Rice in. Gabriel Jesus goes and rockets it off of our center back. Ben White gets fouled by Odebear, because of course he does. Because of course he does. Oh, yeah, that is true. I mean, what running a 4-2-3-1 Gengen press with an entire Dream 11 of Premier League players is a lot different than, yeah, Billericay or something like that. And where he gets the ball, cuts inside. Oh my goodness, we got some sort of weird tackle from behind, but no harm, no foul. Alex Iwobi is just driving 1v5 all by himself, and we don't even get to see the end of that highlight. David Raya goes out wide to Hincapie. And I mean, they may be tied on points with us, but this is very much they've just maybe slow rolled their way into the season, because this team is very good. Though Grabara was also very good on that save and just reached out and snagged that out of the air. We've talked about it before. As somebody that plays goalkeeper in like men's leagues and co-ed leagues here in the States, very few things are as pretty as a goalkeeper just pocketing that ball. Yankuba Minta overruns the ball. Gabriel Jesus back to Ben White. He's going center. Keith Smith had the ability to go out to the right to a wide open player. Declan Rice cuts inside and goes and knocks it over. Grabara jumps to make the save and probably had it covered, if we're being honest. And we are not looking particularly excitable. Maybe we slow some stuff down, increase our time wasting. Because, I mean, we're going to squeak out of the first half, drawn 1-1 thanks to Christian Mosquera's own goal there. But I mean, it has just been all Arsenal all the time. 11 shots, 4 on target with a 1.52 XG. And Anthony Robinson and Kuba Minta are all sleepy seeds. And we will be lucky to take a point out of this. I obviously was very mistaken by thinking that we were going to pull some fancy stuff, even at home. Gabriel out to Mosquera, Winieri to Ben White. Oh my, are you kidding me? Calvin Bassey, what are you doing? This is why we don't play you. This is why Ogbu plays. Can we just look at this? Ben White goes and launches it up. And Calvin Bassey has a 3-yard head start on Gabriel Jesus. And then just as the ball comes over his shoulder, he pauses. And what does Gabriel Jesus do? Not pause, because the ball's still moving. What? Oh my Lord. I mean, now we're going to have to freaking... Oh, that's so stupid. That is so freaking stupid. Now we're going to have to open ourselves up, because there's no freaking way that we're going to be able to get a goal back playing as horribly as we've played. I don't even know if we have a shot on goal. Keith Smith again, Martinelli, and Ethan Winieri goes and scores. Through ball. I mean, they've had this all day. Anthony Robinson has just been so bad. All right, I'm going to make some substitutions. Anthony Robinson needs to come off. Sessegnon can go out there. Minta. I mean, Alvarado isn't... He's a left-footed player, so he would be an inside. We'll have him be an inside winger. And Odebear. Let's have you be an inside forward. I don't know. We're just not getting any... I mean, look at these. Yuri Alberto's on a 6'4". Odebear's on a 6'3". Santos is on a 6.48. I don't know if he can't speak English, and it's one of those things where it's like we have to wait till he learns English in order for him to like actually be good. But that's frustrating. I'm going to pull Yuri Alberto off to protect his rating, his overall rating. Put Gonzalo in and see what we can get out of him. And then, I mean, the midfield has been terrible as well. So all that huffing and puffing that we've done trying to gas Arne Ingels up has gone for naught. And Kenny Tete can come out. So we're just going to make a straight up five-person rotation here. Luis Enrique is the head coach for Arsenal. So I mean, with Ousmane Dembele and Bradley Barcola and Kvaratskhelia, I mean, he's just rotating people all around from his time at PSG. I just want to get. I mean, I'm glad that we've decided to now take shots when they're not playing defense. All right. Well, they didn't score a corner kick in this game, so that's nice. Calafiori, Martinelli goes wide. Great. I like that idea though, Mike, from earlier for FM27. I want Sports Interactive to increase the realism by allowing me to have 3 players hold, grab, and push the goalkeeper during the corners. I'm sure that could be something easily put into that that free kick, that corner kick mentality, like the instructions that you give the players. Marino, Ademola Lookman comes off the bench and fires it into the left post. I really, really hate saying this, but I know that we signed Grabara because he's better than Bernd Leno, but like he absolutely has not played better than Bernd Leno. Enrique came to Southport after you left. I in the Let's Play save, the Marine save, I have a short somewhere that I'll end up putting out, but who's the Chelsea manager, Liam Rossignol, however you say his name. We're now what, like 4 seasons in, and he is the manager of not Southport. He's the manager of some League One team that starts with an S. And Southall. He's the manager of Southall and guided them, if that's what you want to call it, guided them to getting absolutely trounced by us. I think it was like 5-1 or something. And then we got the little email that like, oh, this guy's in trouble. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. All right, well, that was bad. That was bad. What was it, like 4-1? So we officially, our second season in, are not as good as the top 6 teams, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Uniteds, as much as it pains me to count United as a top 6 team. I'll only do it because this is a Sir Alex Ferguson save. How about that? I'll do it just, in memory, in honor, and whatnot. That is a good question, Mike. Big match tendencies. I will take a look at that in 1 second. Because, I mean, again, like when we pulled him, it wasn't like he was playing for nobody. Like he was starting at a really good level. Where are you? Relishes big matches. So he's supposed to be really good at big matches. And he's a good player for most Premier League sides. He has the potential to be a leading Premier League goalkeeper in the future. So he absolutely should not be shipping off 4 goals against a struggling Arsenal team. Odebear with a 6-1. And he just had a really great game, too. Is there anybody we want to take a look at? Might take a little gander there, little gander there, little gander at Keys Schmidt. And it definitely looks like they put in the babies, which is frustrating. We deserve to be taken seriously. Didn't we try to get Ruben Neves? Was that was that the Saudi Arabian, or not the guy, but the guy from the Saudi Arabian team that we tried to get, and he wanted like $600,000 or some nonsense. And we were like, sorry, can't get that. Because we literally can't afford it. Oh, Cade Gordon, man. Again, shameless plug here. If you have not been paying attention for whatever reason to the non-league to Premier League save, first of all, you should. Let's just get that out of the way. Go right now, and start one of those videos. First of all, sorry, timeout. Rewind. Subscribe on YouTube. We're at 137 subscribers. Super stoked about that. I would love to get to 150 by the end of April. I think 13 people in the next, well, we'll say in the next 4 weeks. Okay? 13 subscribers in the next 4 weeks. I think we can do that. Doesn't take much. All you gotta do is press the little button. I mean, it doesn't hurt you. It helps me. It doesn't hurt you. I think that's pretty decent. So do that, and then go and watch a video so that it starts popping up on your feed. We are many episodes in, almost 40 episodes in, but the episodes are only 20 to 30 minutes long. So pop that in for a lunch break or listen to it while you're driving home. Don't watch it. Don't watch it while you're driving home. I see what you were trying to do there. But listen to it while you're driving home, and you'll be caught up in no time. 442. There's somebody else that was really good. Ronald. 424. I don't think so. Let's go with this guy. Sure. Probably should be trying to save money here, considering we're losing $5 million every time I look at this freaking thing. But then again, what is money, man? What is money? Exactly. Y'all don't want to be threatened by Mike and his Greek connections. We already saw what Marinakis can do by pulling Nottingham Forest to the tippy top of the Premier League. Granted, they'll probably be past here because they only drew their last game. But let's pretend we didn't just see that, and we just remember when they were top of the league outright. Damn. You imagine? I just from the Arsenal game, I went and pulled 3 younger players, just, wanting to know a little bit more about them. And all 3 of them, Hincapie, who is, like 24, 4.5 stars current ability, 4.5 stars potential ability, leading Premier League player, star Premier League player. Same thing for Miles Lewis Skelly, who is 20 years old. And then same for Ethan Nwaneri, who could improve a lot from his leading Premier League player status, and he is 19. It'd be real sweet to be able to have a player or 2 or 11 like that. Right? That'd be nice. With our $103 million, though, I'm hoping that come next gen 50 time, that we're able to do some silly things and pull some excellent players. And now Everton is beating the crap out of Arsenal 3-0. What is this world? What is this freaking world? And Kuba Minta is getting better. Odebear can't get any better. Tom Hart. Let's get all of these little tacticals. All right, good. Cuenca has been playing much more frequently for Real Betis. Yeah, probably. They probably did get a real nice little attribute boost. And, of course, frickin' Fulham, you know, not doing a whole lot with their lives, are not. So, Ogbu is going to take Bassi off because Bassi is a giant hunk of crap, as we saw in his excellent defensive play last game. He's so good. Oh my gosh. Patrick Berg, Yiz Basuma. I mean, I recognize that Lennon Miller is a wonder kid. I feel like Yiz Basuma, at least currently, plays better for us than Lennon Miller does. And I don't think that's a stretch. I don't think that's a stretch. I mean, Odebear did not have a great game, so let's see what Alvarado can do. And we're still waiting for Wilson to come back, so Minta is going to have to continue on that right side. But I mean, this is what we're going to go with. Grabara in goal, Robinson, Ogbu, Anderson, and Santos across the back line. Basuma, Iwobi, and Engels in the midfield 3. Alvarado on the left, Minta on the right, and Yuri Alberto up top. It would be great if this whole Nottingham Forest surge is nothing more than a red herring. That'd be real nice. I have a feeling it's not going to matter though, because we can't seem to get out of our own way. I need us to go and play the Wolves of the world. When do we get to play them? You should probably know that. This is such a beautiful team. Look at them. Look at the diversity. It's wonderful. Look at these scrubs. Boo! Boo! All right, we get kicked off. And, I mean, this is what happened at the start of the Arsenal game, too. We started off with the first highlight because we got kicked off, and then we didn't see the ball for 100 years. And then Savona with a huge throw into Murillo. Sangare. Yuri Alberto's trying to press that back line, and of course it just gets broken. Then Ola Aina, Awoni, Hudson Odoi, Gibbs White. Ooh! That was a dangerous, dangerous tackle there. So this is the first time that I'm playing this save post-update. So there is a possibility that we will have to make some adjustments just based on how everything has changed. Because, I mean, we were playing pretty well Alvarado goes in. Oh my goodness. What a freaking run by Roberto Alvarado. I don't think Yuri Alberto really had anything to do with that. I mean, here he does. He stops it at the end line, back to Alvarado, and then Alvarado just takes on this right back, cuts inside. Right back is playing not any defense, and the center back backs off. Matt Sells goes to cover his near post, leaving the gaping hole on the back stick, and we are up 1-0 right now. All thanks to your boy, Mr. Tactics Management here. Starting lineup management, put Alvarado in. Alvarado scores. Look at me go. Look at me go. It's a wonderful thing. A wonderful thing, my friends. We'll praise the team because, you know, we haven't scored a goal in a hot minute, so I think everybody deserves a nice little pat on the shoulder. We half clear it out to Yuri Alberto. Gives Basuma. No, we're just going to keep going back and forth. Anthony Robinson into Alvarado. Yuri Alberto, get it to blocked. And that's a corner kick. Woo, baby. But we don't get to see the corner kick. Has anybody heard, like anybody watching, anybody in the chat, has anybody heard if someone has cracked corner kicks for FM26? Granted, we had FM24 for significantly longer, and people like broke the game, and it was impossible not to score 150 goals a season with anybody over 6'6". But I haven't seen anything on FM26. I guess like people think that they have, and they like have very specific examples, like in this one save that I ran this one time, only with this one specific version, my center back scored 12 goals. So did I break set pieces? Probably, but I haven't seen the same sort of flood of, yo, this is the meta tactic. For real. That's going to show up on tape, and it'll probably still frame of that's going to be taped into his locker. His mates are going to have I'm going to eat him alive in the locker room. Ogbu just going up. See, that's how you play defense. Instead of Bassi being like, oh, I don't want to run. Ogbu goes up and wins the ball the first time. Santos makes Hudson-Odoi pull back. Hudson-Odoi, whoa, what a save. I think that was Grabara making a beautiful save off the post. Yankuba Minta is going to get the ball again. Here we go. Yves Basuma. Inside to Alex Iwobi. Into Alvarado. He could have done better. He could have done better. Could have done better. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it depends on how you want to play the game. It just so happened in FM24 that it got to be impossible to not know how to break the game with set pieces because everybody and their grandmother was putting out content. I mean, I can't tell you how many videos of Zealand's centered around, this is the game-breaking set piece tactic. I mean, Lelujo did one, Clates did a couple, like, everybody knew. It was difficult to avoid. I didn't know, I had not obviously seen that for FM26. I didn't know if people were out there talking about it, you know? Santos up to Minta. Santos just passing it right into Hudson-Odoi. And they are trying to counter here. Jota Silva. Okay, let's see. Holy Christmas. That looked like a wide open opportunity. Yankuba Minta is not playing particularly well. Who might we put out there? Odebear is a right-footed player. He can be our winger on that side. And then Thiago Santos. I mean, a 6'3". It has to be a language barrier or something. And I hate that the game has decided just because he isn't completely fluent in English, he's like forgotten how to play soccer. Because like, you can't tell me that we don't have enough. I mean, what is he? He's Portuguese, right? You can't tell me we don't have enough Portuguese speaking players, Yuri Alberto, for example, who do have good English fluency that can like translate for him. I hate the effect not being fluent in the native language of whatever country you're playing in has on a player. It's crazy. Alvarado gets it quick, goes way to the back post. Odebear cuts it back to Tete, and then not exactly who we want taking that shot. Let's be honest here. It has been a very even game, but again, as I always say, we have the only statistic that matters. Let's go ahead and slow it down, increase the time wasting, slow pace down for our goalkeeper, play for set pieces, and let's get... yeah, let's go ahead there. Basuma needs a break, so I'm going to, in an effort to keep people fresh, do I give Lennon Miller the opportunity, or do I put Gertruida up there? Let's trust. Big trust. Big trust here. In the immortal words of the Baltimore Ravens, big trust. Anthony Robinson is tired, but I think he is just too important to pull right now. We've got Scott, Sessignon, Dan Byrne, and Gertruida, and then Gonzalo. All right, let's ride. Yeah, let's ride. Yeah, exactly. Basic near post in swingers. I mean, that was the cheat code. You didn't even have to have a team that was particularly good or tall. You had to have one person that was over 6'3" and had over like 12 jumping reach. And it would pair all together into some psychotic statistical output for them. We have beaten the best team in the league 1-0 after getting absolutely slapped by like the 11th best team in the league in Arsenal, and we are tied with them again. So good on us. We are sitting in 11th place with 10 points, 8 games played. So we are still on track to finish with more points than games played, which is what everybody uses as a mark of success in these kind of middling team saves. Because obviously, if you're like a really great team, like Mike's Southport team, you measure success by just absolutely crushing everything you put that comes across your plate. But for us little fishes, us little minnows, you kind of have to throw in a whole different set of grading scales. And I'm sorry, Mike, can you remind me who was I talking about when you said look into his consistency? Wild swings in performance from month to month, and my saves at least. Santos, probably, right? Because I did complain about him a lot in that last game. I'm just assuming he's way down here. No, he's training well. So, see, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, obviously, he can hear and listen because he's training well. That's upsetting. Well, but remember, that's not what he's a consistent performer. So again, we have found some bull crap. Grabara loving big games. Thiago Santos being a consistent performer. and has the potential to be a leading Premier League right winger in the future. Is it because we're playing him? No, he is a fullback though. It must be. Let me check his. Where do I find that? His talking language. Languages. Is basic English. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because he has basic English. Yes, he is consistent, just in like the reverse, consistently awful. Thank you, Mike, for making that joke for me. I appreciate that. Here's looking out. And Ogbu coming right in, 7-7, best defender we've got. I mean, look at his form. He scored twice in the last 5 games. He's on a 7-7-7 in the last 5. Granted, it was against... Okay. I'm putting a little too much into that, I guess. But a 7-3 and a 7-7 in the 2 league games, away at Tottenham and home at Nottingham Forest. Both of them were clean sheets. I mean, he's got to be the player that we play in that position for the rest of the season until Al Hilal decide to spend $120 million on him. Because I'd sell him for $120 million. They can come and have him. And we have officially ended our 5-match winless run. So that's great. I always, whenever I'm making a dad joke in like a text exchange or a group chat, I always put the balding emoji or just like the old grandpa emoji. People know. People know. All right, Josh King is continually getting better. Though at 19 years old, I really think that we probably should be giving him a bit more game time. I just don't know how, now that we've flooded our team with midfielders. Let's go ahead and adjust this. Now that we have that other coach in here. All right, Yuri Alberto is now able to speak good English, so I'm expecting a bit of an uptick in his output, which will be spectacular because, I mean, he's been really great already. Kenny Tete can go down to a squad player for all I care. And Spinazzola, yeah, you never play. You're going to be a fringe player. And Grabara's injured. Oh, don't be a big one. Don't be a big one. All right. 2 weeks. All right, 3 days. All right. Whew. Great, 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 great. Great grapes and whatnot. That is not bad at all. All right, so we are coming up here away to West Ham. They are 6th in the league. I mean, they are no slouches either. I need to stop looking at Nico Paz because I'm really, really, really contemplating moving to a 4-2-3-1 just so that we can buy him and I can just put myself out of my own misery. I don't want to say yay to Grabara for his recent play. He has not been that good. For those of you who have just joined the stream, we're here with Fulham. We've got Jiminy Christmas, 164 mil for Alexander Isak, just barely clearing 0, just barely getting into the black. But we're here with Fulham. We took over Fulham on the 6th of November, in the very first season, we had pressed a big pause on the transfers for that first window and then simulated forward, and we just picked the team that was second to last in the Premier League. It happened to be Fulham, and now we're trying to mirror the ascent that was the meteoric rise that was Sir Alex Ferguson's at Manchester United when he took over United on the 6th of November. And I mean, thus far, we've done a pretty decent job. I think we beat them, or where he finished with United in his first season. This one will be a little more difficult because they finished second in the league in his second or his first full season with them. I don't anticipate us being able to do that, just given where we're sitting right now. Not to say something crazy won't happen, because we were really fighting for our lives there at the start of the January transfer window in our first season with them. And then we made some wild signings and almost we were this close to making it to Europe. So I'm saying there's a chance. Throw up the Jim Carrey gif there. I am saying there is a chance. Don't you love making jokes about just silly things? Like over here making jokes. Yuri go left. Left? Yes. That's right. No, Yuri go right. That would be something that would happen to this team, though. I have a feeling that would be something that we would have to deal with. But right now, West Ham are 7 points above us. They have a +3 goal differential. We have a -2. Yikes. Damn, Chelsea are down here as well. Brighton, Crystal Palace. Whew. I want to play these freaking teams. When can we play Sheffield United? That's what I want to know. All right, so I mean, we've got Wait, what? No. Odebear, you were not the person that I wanted here. Ogbu, you were in there. Calvin Bassey, I was upset at you, and so I kept you on the bench. That's right. Yves Bissouma took off. Who was it? Lennon Miller took off. Dan Byrne? Alvarado was out there, though. Why is it so hard to remember this? Where were people? Somebody tell me. All right. Alex Scott, Gonzalo, Tete, Sessegnon, Odebear, Lennon Miller, Lukic. So we have a center back, technically 2 center backs. And all right, we'll be fine. If Engels doesn't play well today, if he doesn't get an assist today, I think I'm going to start rotating like Alex Scott, maybe Lennon Miller a little higher up the field and see what happens. All right. So we are away. I would say we are the underdogs, considering, we're Fulham, and I feel like we're always the underdogs. We've got Bruce Bowen playing the 9, the single 9 up top, playing the 4-2-3-1. And Alvarado steals the ball straight off. Alex Iwobi, Alvarado cuts inside. Come on, buddy. Ooh. 17 seconds into the game, he's already making things happen on the corner kick. Alvarado, skies up. Yankuba Minto. I swear to God that went in. It looked like that had gone in. That obviously hit post. But, oh man. Ogbu goes and wins it. Dang. I really thought we had just scored that. And Kuba Minta goes and picks the ball up. What a save by Grabara! I can't finish talking about a highlight because another highlight just comes up. What a freaking save! What another save! Never mind anything I've ever said about Grabara. I completely take it off the table. That was wild. I mean, y'all. Grabara just goes and fingernail scoops it off the line. I mean, ooh, baby. And all of that happened within the first like 7 minutes of the game. That's crazy. Grabara with two massive saves. And Grabara's going and stealing it right off of Ogbu's foot. Only to then pass it 5 feet over to Ogbu. Alvarado into Yusbasuma. Alex Iwobi. Big, huge crossover to Yankuba Minta. Inside to Arne Ingels. I told you, y'all. I told you, Arne Ingels. I put the pressure on him. I said, if he doesn't score, or if he doesn't assist in this game, we're going to start making rotations. That's what you got to do. This game, Big Brother's always listening. Big Brother is always listening. All you got to do is say some things. That's why you never mention another player on the opposing team by name. Because Big Brother's always listening. They're going to make some dumb stuff happen for that player on that team. Right? Right? That was a wild save. And I mean, that one was phenomenal. But also the one just before that, where it was like point blank range inside the 6, and it just cocked back and launched it at him. And he goes and makes his body big and is able to flip it up and over the post from 4 feet out. That was a wonderful save as well. Jared Bowen dropping big deep. Samuel Lino cuts inside and launches it up and over. Ooh, this game has gotten exciting. Ooh, baby. And it's been, I mean, it's even. It's not been like a terrible statistical game with just like a few hot highlights. I mean, this has been legit all around. Got 2 minutes to stoppage time. Anthony Robinson with a massive shot. The way that looked, y'all, the way that looked, I really thought he was going to shape it into the far corner there. I am happy we have dominated possession thus far. And that's how I know, well, I'm not going to say anything now, but remind me to tell you my thoughts on the match engine just kind of being coded for certain teams, regardless of how well they're actually doing. We're playing around the back line. Ogbu out to Robinson. Robinson back to Yusbasuma. Split him. Yes, there we go. I don't know why he doesn't turn into space. Yuri Alberto. And he's offside. Whew. Saves his blushes there by running offside because he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And I believe, knowing Yuri Alberto, I believe he could have done a little better. Yusbasuma there with the big stop with his toe. Anthony Robinson has nobody on that left side. Alex Iwobi comes out. Where's Alvarado? Trying to find Yuri Alberto. Yusbasuma, Arne Ingels, Alex Iwobi. Oh, off the post! Damn. Those two have been playing excellently today. Yeah. Another huge save by Grabara. I don't know if he saw that late or what, but that was a very, very awkward save to push it around the post. We're on 65 minutes. Is there anything that we can do? Our wingers have not played particularly well. Sessegnon can play out there, but I don't want him to be a wide midfielder or a wide forward. Odebear, you're a right-footed player, so you can be a winger. Let's see if that changes anything for us. I believe it was Sessegnon. We played him like early in the season out of necessity or something, and he had a screamer of a game. It was like a goal and 2 assists, or 2 goals and an assist, or something like that. Santos tries to find Odebear. He had the space, could have driven, but did not. To Debo, out to Maril and Bowen. I've forgotten that I am trying not to say people's names. Oh my gosh, we are literally just hurling bodies in front of the freaking ball. Come on now, my friends. Come on now. Praise them. Up the time wasting. Ogbu gets it, chips it up to Sessegnon. 1 touch into Iwobi, who finds Yuri Alberto. Wayward pass to Sessegnon, who comes back to get it. And that's Yuri Alberto. Let's freaking go. Ryan Sessegnon. Y'all, I basically am Sir Alex Ferguson, because I put Sessegnon on. I trust him. He's a left back. I trust him in that left wing role. And what does he do? Assist Yuri Alberto. I'm just saying. You're welcome for showing you what it means to do some fancy stuff here. Please don't clip that, because there are way too many games where I do dumb things and it comes back and bites me right in the butt. And I'm sure there are about a million of those that you could, any person who has even watched one of these streams could point to and be like, what? Arne Ingles, what a beautiful ball. What a chip by Wilson Odebear. What a chip. I mean, first of all, this is a beautiful ball. Takes it down 1 touch. Odebear picks his head up, sees Lunin out of his box, and chips the goalkeeper from outside the box. That puts us up 3-0 over formerly 6th place West Ham United. What a shot. What a shot. And we're going to win this game, y'all. We are going to win this game. Let's go. We aren't at Craven Cottage, but we sent Craven Cottage rocking, because I know that we've got a viewing party back home. And London is white and black tonight. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I mean, we're still only in 10th, but we do have a game in hand over 8th place Everton. And we're only 4 points away from Champions League, essentially. Y'all, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's go ahead and, I mean, Gorbara obviously deserves to be praised. His saves were phenomenal. And then Arne Ingles with his two assists. Ryan Sessegnon, hello. Ryan Sessegnon with your assist. That was great. Yuri Alberto. We know he's better, so that's why he scored a goal and still only got a 7-4. Spiritu Santo. U21s beating up on Liverpool. Good for you all. And Arne Ingles, player of the week. He was listening. He heard me when I said that he better do something or I'm going to rotate him out of the midfield. Just saying. Just saying. Just like plants respond better when you speak to them. FM26 players also respond better when you speak to them. That's why I think somewhere in my YouTube bio or something it says that I yell at my players. Because it works. Yes, and how well has how well did Patrice Evra do in his career? Pretty damn well. Would be a regular, and he has yet to make an appearance. Oh, Spurs. Come on, guys. I sent Muniz over to you to do something. I don't even know. Are they getting anything from him? Optional future fee 48. Well, that'd be great if we could get 48 for him. All right, they want us to make mega subs. I don't know if we're going to do that because we play Sunderland now twice in the span of 8 days, or 9 days, I should say. I mean, ultimately, the Carabao Cup doesn't really matter because we're aiming a little higher than Conference League. But I thought he was getting better. Starting role, emergency. I did see that email come through, right? That he was getting more playing time and he was happy about it. You would think that this game wouldn't have so many stupid inconsistencies in it. You would think. One would think. Is there anything, Mike, that you're like genuinely, I mean, we can all sit here and like talk about, oh, I wish, or like, I want this to be in FM27. I want this to be in FM27. But is there anything that you like genuinely isn't in FM26 that you're like, I really, really want it to be in FM27? Or anybody else in the chat. I mean, if you wanna pop in. What is it that you are genuinely hoping ends up in FM27? I'm sure there are things that people look at with this game and are like, we could be doing better. I'd completely forgotten about Patrick Berg. Holy crap. Okay. That guy. Got it. All right. Do we make any sort of rotations? I mean, Arne Ingles. I might give Alex Scott a throw. Jiminy, this is starting already. We're now an hour and 24 minutes in. And the camera's on the frickin' fritz. Man, I tell you, if you paid attention in the last episode 38 of the non-league to Premier League save, and I did a pretty decent job of snipping those little bits of stupidity out. But if you were paying attention, you definitely saw some black boxes show up in the bottom right-hand corner. That was because my freaking camera was totally cool the whole time I was filming the first game in that episode, and then we had like 2 or 3 games in between, and I'd left it on, and it was great. It was the whole time it was on. I filmed a couple of in-betweeny shorts with some of the in-between games, and it was great. And then literally the second I go and press go to match for that second game in the episode, the camera cuts out. And I'm left sitting there like, what the hell? Like, really? Come on. Do we give Gonzalo Do we give Gonzalo a run out here? He's a right-footed player. He is not a winger. That's for sure. Hmm. Get Patrick Berg up there. Lennon Miller. Can't believe we signed him as a squad player. Good on us. Good on us. Golly. It's almost like I know. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Almost. Give Lukic a run out there. Rotate the midfield a little bit and see what we can do. A difficulty selection mode would be cool. Hardest difficulty setting, AI adapts to your every move in a flash. Never going to happen because tradition, and we don't want them turning away to turn. Yes. But like, I definitely I would want to hear you out on that. I know that that's something that every like big time creator or just anybody who's been playing this game for any amount of time wants the adaptive AI. I have a feeling that sometime in the next 7 years, 5 to 7 game cycles, AI will be so commonplace. Sunderland over here with 80% possession. AI will be so commonplace that it'll be integrated into this game for things like adaptive AI. It would be so cool to be able to make alterations to your tactics mid-game and have that affect the way that AI plays. Or, you know, just intelligent transfers. Not rolling up to not rolling up to Real Madrid from your Southport save and having $250 million in debt and having Jude Bellingham still, who is probably captain and is a star player and he's got 9 pace. Like, that would be cool. More realistically, just bring back the screen where you can see every team's history of league. Yo, preach. Preach. Trying to find where a team has finished in the league in FM26 is damn near impossible. You have to go to the stupid like history screen and like scroll it. It's I agree with you, Mike. I hear you. I hear you when you're saying that, and I 1000% agree. And you're right. That is like, why did they take that out? There is no reason that I think any reasonable person can think of where it's like, yeah, that might have been too difficult to keep in there. It's not like they had to build it. It was already there. You just had to continue to kind of roll with it. I would like to see a marrying of the capabilities of FM26 with some of the just UI things from FM24 that just like felt good and were comfortable and were functional, frankly. Like the training, like the calendar. Why? Why did we need to change the calendar to the point where you have to click 4 billion times just to make anything happen? And God forbid you click the wrong box when you assign training, and now you have to go and re-click everything instead of being able to just slide it over. Like that's a great example of something that they changed that absolutely did not need changing. And we're locked in this really messy, gross game right here. It's raining and nothing is really happening. Though we are doing a great job of winning the ball back, which is nice. Isvasuma kind of half puts it out there for Alvarado, who finds Anthony Robinson on the overlap. He's going to cut back to Alvarado. Thought he was going to just Jump it in there. What a ball by Gonzalo. Let's go. First goal of the year. What? Well, I spoke too soon. This is going to be one of those stupid freaking games. This is going to be one of those games. Gonzalo scores a beauty and is somehow offside. And then we get an opportunity to smack it in from like 4 yards out. And it goes begging. Gonzalo's on a 6-2 because he got his goal chalked off. Oh, man. We've had all the highlights and nothing to show for it. What a beautiful ball. And we didn't do anything with it. Why didn't we continue to flood to the goal? That was so well played. Gonzalo was all by himself. That needs to be one touch to settle and then just straight across the inside of the 6 for a tap in. But nobody followed through. Jeez, man. All right. What is this? The Carabao Cup? Do we go to extra time or straight to penalties? Quick, somebody say something. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Alvarado, into Robinson, out to Gonzalo. Why is he bald? He's not actually bald in real life. Alex Scott, Anthony Robinson, Gonzalo offside. No. Yes, all right. Gonzalo gets his. Let's go. Now we can celebrate. First goal of his Fulham career. Yes, he's on loan. That looked really tight as well. But that is just expertly dropped on a dime by Anthony Robinson. And Gonzalo on the half volley goes and pushes it just underneath Robin Roofs. And now we can make some adjustments here. Let's see what Santos looks like up the field. Because, okay, why not? I swear, man, we're gonna end up having to cut this freaking stream short because I'm not gonna continue to deal with this stupid camera. Again, if anybody wants to like coordinate sending me a camera that doesn't shut off every 15 seconds, I'm not gonna say no, right? Like that would be silly of me. Alex Scott has not played well. We can get him off. Sessignon, go for it. We do maybe Sessignon goes there. And then we put Yankuba Minta out there. Alex Iwobi. Maybe Iwobi, because we have plenty of midfielders and not nearly enough wingers. What am I going to play Iwobi as? Right, so he's a inside winger. An inverted winger. And Geertruida is just going to have to tough it out. We've got minutes left, and let's hope. Come on. Yes. All right, so we have beaten Sunderland. We are on to, what, the 4th round? Okay. Whew. Well, luckily, it didn't matter, and we didn't need to battle the whole penalty thing. I know that we went to penalties against Derby, but then we also had that game just before against I don't remember that went 4-3, and I was trying to envision in my head if that had like the added time designation when we looked at the fixture schedule. All right, so we have won. Who else won? What was that, the 3rd round? Ooh, lots of people. Oh my God, Man City. Take that, Colchester. Take that, Samson Tavide, you son of a biscuit. Was he even playing in that game? For those that don't know, just watch the freaking non-league to Premier League series. This could not make me any happier to see Manchester City just absolutely obliterate Colchester. Oh, honestly, we could have lost today against oh, this was in the third round. This is when we played Derby. We could have lost that day and still I would have been happy because oh man, that makes me so happy. All right, so Arsenal beat NK Dons, Liverpool beat Norwich. Oh, Burnley gave Newcastle quite the fight there. We beat Sunderland, Brentford beat Leicester, Blackpool beat United, and then Tottenham beat West Ham on penalty. So obviously we want Blackpool and then Brentford, and then it's all just kind of the same after that. So we want Blackpool and then maybe Brentford, and then it doesn't really matter. For the, what are we in the quarterfinals now? Anthony Robinson. Yeah, baby. All right, where are we in terms of, so what is this, the 29th? We've got Everton, so I'm going to rest the boys for 2 days, 3 days. Let's be nice. Let's be kind. Okay, 3 days. Give them a little bit of a rest. Very good performances. Good for you, Ogbu. Sure, let's go ahead. All right, before I forget, let's go and ask to assign. Good. So now he's working. Everton are 10th in the Prem. I think they're right above us, aren't they? Move. Yeah, they're but we have a game in hand. I mean, if we win this, we'll be up by 2 points and we'll still have our game in hand over Everton as we eke ever closer to this area, the 6-7 area. I know that's not cool anymore. We got Blackpool. Exactly what I expected. Exactly what I expected. And definitely what we were supposed to get. So we will play Blackpool in the middle of December in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. Wow, we got crazy lucky there. And City play Tottenham, Newcastle play Brentford, Arsenal and Liverpool. I mean, we absolutely got the pick of that. What a freaking pull. I'm not going to say that should see us into the semifinal because we all know what freaking happened with Wrexham last year in our easy path going into the final. Stupid. But we could not have asked for a nicer draw in the Carabao Cup quarterfinal as we face Blackpool, who I don't even know where they are. I imagine they're a championship team. And Tete is all sad because, well, he sucks. And I don't like playing with him. Uh, Mike, question for you, living not in the United States. Is daylight savings time a thing that happens all over the world? This is my stupid American speaking. Or are we the only nation that are just absolute lunatics and put ourselves in a position to spring forward and fall back? Oh, of course they are. Because I mean, I guess this past weekend, not this weekend, but a week ago, we here in the States, I guess everywhere but like Arizona, for whatever reason, sprung forward. So we lost an hour of sleep that day, and then had to kind of quickly settle into this new normal of stupid time having. You have it in the UK too? Is that, I mean, being in the UK, I imagine you're plugged into, or you have the ability, I guess, to be plugged into to much of Europe. Is that just in the UK? Is that like a Brexit thing? You had to sign up for that in order to not allow other people in? Not to get political. Um, but is that like if you go across the channel to France, do they also do do daylight savings time? Not everyone does it at the exact same day. Did I read that correctly, Mike? You said not everybody does it on the same day. So you like, I don't know, the UK does it on a Sunday and Portugal does it on a Monday and Germany does it the Friday before everybody? Like what does that even mean? Well, I'm from America. I am in North Carolina right now, but I'm originally from New Hampshire, the great white frozen tundra of the North, both in weather and diversity. Oh, Mike's from Greece. Sorry to speak for you, Mike. Yeah, I'm in the Raleigh area. Have you been to the States? Are you from the States and now you're living in the UK? What? How is that a thing? I'm sorry. I need to take a second here to process this. Mike, you're saying that so like we just in the US we just did ours this past, not this current weekend, but the weekend just before. And you're trying to tell me that people around the world do daylight savings time a complete month before or after? That's crazy. If that's legitimately true, and I'm not saying that you're lying to me, Mike, but like that's crazy talk. Oh, cool. So you were at work or with work and traveled around the East Coast last summer? Oh, for the Club World Cup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work that has you traveling over here to the States? Can't I'm just having a lot of trouble. My American brain here is having trouble processing that the rest of the world does daylight savings time like a month before or after the US. Like why? What's the purpose of that? It's not like harvests happen at completely different times. Okay, that was not a very intelligent thing to say. Yes, I recognize that harvests happen at different times all throughout the world. But like is a month? Really? Oh, cool. Oh, you used to work in video games? Very cool. Like for a production company or something like that? something. Northern countries might need to do it a little earlier because physics, spherical Earth stuff. Yeah, yes. That's obviously physics and spherical Earth rotations and the barometric pressure on the Mars's sixth moon and what. Yeah, no, I get you, man. I got you, Mike. You and I, we're on the same page, obviously. Oh, we're just not going to do any sort of extracurriculars there, are we? Indie devs and then a freelancer. Cool. So, I'm sorry, I am super interested in this. So, were you creating the games or were you like packaging them, selling them for I don't know, for sales like or in the US? This is wildly interesting. I mean, I'm thinking in my head that the Tetris movie that Taron Egerton did, where he was like rolling around, and I mean he obviously didn't create Tetris, but he like got the rights to it and then was selling it kind of around the world. Or was it like marketing stuff that you were doing? Yes. What would you prefer? Or just football? Or ball? Or man? Or light? Choose a tiny piece of a word in your name, and that's what we'll call you. Obviously, I call Mike Mike. All right, German works. Cool. Thank you for asking that question, Mike, because I would have just done that weird thing where you're like, I don't really know what to call you, so I'm just going to refer to things you say so that you know I'm talking to you, but never actually like address you by your name. So, thanks, Mike. Thanks for biting the bullet for me. All right, I'm just gonna do this last week here. Again, this would be so much easier if we could just like copy stuff. Like the training screen is bullcrap. Come on, FM27, do some not stupid stuff with the training screen. And if you don't want to talk about what you did in video games, German, anymore, I'd love to know your content creation story. I mean, I could right now go and look at your page. For those in the chat, go ahead. If you're not subscribed to German Football Spotlight, do it, or else Mike is going to again call on a couple of favors with the German Mafia and Mr. Marinakis, and you'll find out where you tie your shoes, and that won't be good for you. Part of dev teams finding contracts, and I became a Jerry Maguire figure, sourcing contracts for devs. Okay, so like a bit of an agent action. I mean, 6'4", Savona was great for us in like the little bit of a Nottingham Forest save that I did. '22. Ipswich and Al Talwoon. Very cool, man. Well, since you remember when we had $12 million in the bank and now we're in the hole 1.5? What the heck, guys? Well, thanks for the follow, German. I really appreciate that. I mean, I don't know how long you have been in the chat or in the stream, but I mean, we've been kind of talking about all sorts of stuff in terms of the series that I have going on there. Non-league to Premier League with Marine, taking them from National League. Arne Engels winning Young Player of the Month accolades, yay. Non-league to Premier League featuring Marine taking them from the National League North all the way through the English football pyramid. I do play a very specific type of way. Like I don't just go and sign all the best players all the time, blah, blah, blah. Like I have to know who the players are. I have to scout them. And obviously scouting when you're that low in the league table, not super great. Yeah, I mean, we're 38 episodes in. I go 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have taken a couple of days off these last several weeks. Had some family stuff going on. And as Mike so delicately put, family comes before everything else. And I appreciate that. But yeah, check that out. Obviously, you know, got all the pause for cause, just fixing the freaking camera. And it's frustrating because like there's no consistency with this. It's like sometimes it's on for 5 minutes, sometimes it's on for 45 minutes, and then sometimes it's on for like 4 hours. We have absolutely streamed for like 4.5 hours and it's never freaked out. I don't get it. I don't freaking get it. And when I replaced my capture card the first time this was all happening, I went big on the capture card. I mean, it's not an Elgato, but it's a pretty legit capture card. I did lots and lots of research because I wanted this to be the only time that I freaking purchased one. And, you know, it's not working, so I don't really know what to do. No, I am playing on PC. Double D Strike partnership, man. I love it. I had somebody, I always love getting new people into the save and like having them comment on it and being able to kind of like, not prep them. I don't want to like ruin it for anybody, but like kind of talk them through, hype them up for what they're about to see. I had somebody new, forget who it was. Bear Island TV. They started like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days ago, started the series from scratch. So like episode 0. And they were, you know, super stoked about it, like talking it up, blah, blah, blah. And it was really fun to like go back and think about where the team was way back in National League North, even National League, and like the Georges. I mean, George Newell, George Sabine, and then getting the double D's in there. I mean, we've had some really cool storylines with the boys over the last several seasons. So I mean, yeah, if you want to, I know attacking a 38 episode, a 38 and counting episode series can be daunting. But I mean, like I've said before, it's, you know, my episodes are only 20 to 30 minutes long on average. Really, I try to keep it at like 26 minutes, 27 minutes. Sometimes transfer specials are a little longer, but I do it because Mike loves a good transfer special. He's told me at least 100 times. So, you know, that's an easy two episodes during a lunch break kind of deal. And you'll be caught up before you know it. But it really is fun. I enjoy making that series for everybody, and I like doing the thumbnails, and we've got obviously some shorts and all of that. Yeah, the capture card. So like I have I'm using a Sony A6400 6100 camera, and it's, hold on, trying to will the ball into the net. Pause for cause. Gives Basuma into Minta. Basuma and Pickford goes and makes a wild save. Yeah, I've got my camera attached through to the or not to the TV, to the PC tower via USB cable, but the USB, it like doesn't feed well straight from camera into USB. And so I put a capture card in there and it's worked splendidly, except when it doesn't work splendidly. Mike's been a day one. He's been fantastic. He's shown up. I mean, I think he traveled like 1 week that I was running the stream here. And I felt it, man. Mike was traveling that 1 week. First thing I said, the next one was like, Mike, where you been? And he popped into the chat and said, sorry, dude, I was traveling. But yeah, he's been in every live stream. For whatever reason, I don't know. Likes to interact with my beautiful face. And he's watched all the episodes. I mean, he's been a really, really great supporter. He threatens people when I ask them to subscribe and people don't start subscribing. So it's really great to have an enforcer behind you, especially one with ties to the Greek mafia and Marinakis at Nottingham Forest. So surround yourself with good people like that. Might do another Park to Prem save eventually, but this time I'm only going to use long ball counter. Never counter press and always have a target forward or a poacher. So true English football. Love it. Just go direct. Just sit back, absorb, and you just have the one giant guy being your target. And just launch it up to him. Love that for you, Mike. Love that for you. All right, so nothing has come out of this. Iwobi's not playing particularly well. Maybe Alex Scott can do a bit more. Alvarado has not played very well either. Maybe Odebear. I'm gonna have him be an inside winger though. And camera's off again. Jiminy Christmas, y'all. All right, I genuinely, I mean, I love chatting with you all. This might be the last game just because I don't want to start cursing on the stream because I'm so upset at this nonsense. And I guarantee you tomorrow when I go and film Monday's episode of Non-League to Premier League, I guarantee you this won't shut off the entire time I'm filming. I can almost promise you that'll be what happens. And it's just here just to upset me. Because, you know, that's what it's here for. Just to upset me. Actually, I want Sessignon to be out there. And to the consistency point, that episode that we had like 270 some odd people in the stream. I streamed for like 3.5-4 hours. Yuri Alberto with the goal. I think that was a Travella. No, not a Travella, a Rabona from Alex Scott here for the assist. I mean, y'all. These fingers have had the magic touch when it comes to the roster and substitutions. Alex Scott comes in for Alex Iwobi and then goes in Rabona assists Yuri Alberto for the goal that sends us up 1-0 over Everton. Yankuba Minta cuts it back. Arne Ingles, I've gotten too excited here. I don't even know what I was talking about before. Yeah, for real though. Go ahead and praise the boys. I know, right? What a wonderful assist. And he's been just rotting on the bench too, so I'm sure he was eager to come in and say, hello, I'm still here. Hi, hello. Lennon Miller can come on. Anthony Robinson is tired. Let's go put him there. And Odebear can come in like we wanted him to be as an inside winger. And then we'll hold on to our last sub. All right, we got about 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. Oh, that's what I said. The freaking camera. So like the episode that we had like 200 and some odd, 270 some odd people in the stream. I streamed for like 4 hours and nothing happened. And then the next episode, I couldn't make it 45 minutes without it shutting off. I don't know. I might have to start looking into a whole different camera setup or something, because this is nonsense and I hate it. I hate it. I really do. I'd love to be able to like just focus on gameplay and filming. And Alex Scott again. I mean, it wasn't a Rabona, but just drags everybody over to the near post and then just slides it across the box. Jordan Pickford has his hands on his hips because he has no idea what the heck his defense is doing. Alex Scott, there's 5 people here, and he goes and puts it on a plate. In fairness, Pickford just kind of sat there and watched that happen. And we are up 2-0 on Everton. We're ending this looking real tasty. There we are, and sitting in 9th place here. We're 1 point behind Arsenal in 7th with a game in hand. Just saying, just saying. And now we play Sunderland again in the league. See, now I'm kind of antsy. Maybe I want to see us. Maybe I want to battle the camera for a little bit longer. One, because I'm enjoying chatting with Mike and German here. But then also, because now that we're playing well, I don't really want to. I don't really want to shut the game off, because all that stupidness happens. You shut the game off, and then all of a sudden you lose all the momentum, and your team can't play. Muniz out here with a 7.2 rating, like that, like that. Yeah, that's one thing that I wish there was more of in FM. Because, I mean, I grew up playing FIFA. I didn't find Football Manager until FM22. I don't know what year that was, because I feel like FM24 is like COVID, where just kind of that whole period of time in my brain is just a black hole. Like I cannot wrap my head around when FM24 even happened. What is it? Like it's like the year before, so 23. Because we had FM24 for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, and then we got 26. And so 23, so 2021. I've been playing for like 5 years now. But I mean, I grew up playing FIFA, and that is everybody's favorite goal to score, is a sweat goal. I mean, even if you've got all the fancy stick moves and you're not, you're doing all the like right trigger, left button, blah blah blah, like all of that stuff. Everybody loves to drag the goalkeeper out and just put it right across the face of goal and just smash it into the back of the net. I wish there was more of that in FM26. Does it happen in real life a lot? No. Should that matter? No. I think they should put it in just because it's hella fun. Very cool, man. Very cool. FM and other sim games. What other sim games do you play, German? Also, I'm sorry about your divorce. That's never fun. Look at us on the bounce. 4 games in a row. 3 in the league, 1 in the Carabao Cup. Love it. Don't know who this is, but we smashed them in the Premier League International Cup. Cool. Michael Cheeverton. Oh, Lala. I mean, I gotta bring Adam Lallana in, right? He wants a crap ton of money. I'm not gonna... I'll give him a pay rise. As a Liverpool fan, Adam Lallana always makes me happy. Holy Jesus, we've got a lot of people going out. Euro Truck Sim. What in the heck is that? Is that different? Would that be different than like American Truck Sim? Or is it something that's only available in Europe? And I'm sure there's an explanation below what you just said, but then I got sucked into doing these doing these opposition instructions. Want to start on Farm Sim? I don't know. Well, that's good. I mean, at least it was something that you all feel like you are in a better place now walking away from. I do agree though. Gaming very much is something that I like settle into on a regular basis and just like this is my happy place. Like this is where I get creative. It's cool that you all also feel that way. American Truck Sim, but different trucks. Yeah. Yes. You all are, well, I guess depending on where in Europe you're driving your trucks, are you on different sides of the simulator? Give Alex Awobi another run out here. Gonzalo, let's go ahead and give you inside forward. Sessignon, go ahead. I mean, I don't know why I made that winger naturally a wide midfielder. That's not what I would want. I'm making all these subs as if we're playing in the freaking cup. This is a league game. This is a league game, man. So King is coming out. Oh. I'm gonna give Alex Scott another run here because he played really well. I'll give Sessignon that run, and then Yankuba Menta can still play out there. All right, that's probably good. That's probably good. Oh, I I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate that. See, this is why we have such a diverse cast of characters in the chat, so that we can all help each other figure out what the other person is talking about. Okay, so this is like ice road truckers in a game. Or is it because I've seen those videos on like YouTube and stuff, like the shorts, where people are just like in their simulators and just doing like big drifts around these single lane roads in these giant vans and trucks and stuff. Is that what we're talking about here? Or do you run like a truck yard? I could also Google this, but I figure, you're here. You can sell the game. You were in video game agency sales mode not too long ago. Okay. All right. All right. So is it the danger that you enjoy, or is it just like the meticulousness that you have to have when you're just like 3 inches from the screen trying to like see, is that a yellow line, or is that a penguin or something? Is that the edge of the road? Am I gonna fall off into oblivion? Well, I mean, it's really cool though, German, that you're like this is where you've settled into. Like, is content creation like this is what you do for a job now? Like, I know that you said that you've moved away from video games and now you're into content creation, but is this like a big hobby? Ooh, Grabara just slaps that away. Or is this like this is what you do? Yuri Alberto nodded on from Ogbu. He just kind of got his big old noggin up there. We're going to go near post here. Ogbu is number 4. Anthony Robinson distracts. Ogbu just kind of pops it over to the 6, and Yuri Alberto just kind of jumps in the middle of this group of 4 and buries it past Robin Roofs. We are up 1-0 on Sunderland. And you've not earned a cent. All right. Well, but, you know, everybody, start somewhere. Hold on, pause. Jiminy Christmas, that came over me quickly. Gotta hydrate. Um, okay, cool. I mean, that's sick though. So it's been over a year. Are they channels? I'm gonna do this one last time, this camera, and then I'm just gonna leave it off because I did that for one episode where it was like me, Mike, and Ministry of Chairs just chatting it out. And I said, I give up on the camera. I'm gonna do this one more time. If it goes out again, I'm just gonna go black screen in it. So are they three related channels? Or are they 3 channels that offer all different things? Like Lelujo has Lelujo and then Lelujo 2, and then he's got like Brick Party. Is that what it's called? Um, and then do you live stream on YouTube and Twitch? One on football and one for men's mental. Sick, dude. I mean, mega props for the channel on men's mental health. I mean, I was a teacher for 10 years here in the States, high school in PE and health. And I mean, I spent so much time. Obviously, we had like a curriculum we had to get to, but I mean, the the curriculum, health education in America is an absolute joke. Uh, and so really, I could get through everything that I was required to get through in like 3 weeks. And so that afforded me a pretty sizable amount of time to just kind of do whatever I wanted. And I typically chose to talk a lot about mental health, emotional health, and then when we got to it, reproductive health. And I spent a lot of time because being in North Carolina, being in the Bible Belt, you can't really talk about reproductive health in any sort of like productive way because, it's an abstinence plus state. Oh, Yuri Alberto is denied by Robin Roofs for the hat trick. So it's an abstinence plus state, so you can't really talk about anything. So instead, I would spend a lot of time talking about consent and talking about relationships and all of that. And with that, obviously, comes mental health because there's a lot of things associated with relationships that kind of are rooted in mental health. So dude, super props to you for finding a way to put that sort of content out there. So when you say it hit a nerve, German, like people, like it was positive, like they supported the conversation, or they just like crushed you? Because I'm sure it could go either way. Much like any conversation, I guess, about health, just in general. And Mike, don't think that I didn't see your comment there. That is so freaking cool that your uncle was a pro truck driver, 18-wheel truck driver, drove all over Europe. That's crazy. So my mom's side of the family, they owned like a trucking business. Her dad owned a trucking business and did a bunch of that. What a huge save by Gurbara. Holy Christmas. And you know, they drove dump trucks and 18 wheelers and all of that stuff. And at one point I was being sort of taught the tricks of the trade. My mom was not too happy about it. Um because she wanted to move herself and her children away from that sort of lifestyle. But then I ended up getting my CDL license anyway, and drove school buses for all the teams that I coached and all of that. The only thing I couldn't drive was like nuclear waste or something, which is a ridiculous stipulation to put on a classification on your driver's license. But I didn't feel like I was going to be driving nuclear waste anytime soon. So I felt pretty comfortable. Grabara with another massive save. Holy crap. I talked junk about him in that Arsenal game, and he has done nothing but come out and just blow me out of the water. What, you wanna talk smack about me? Bet. He has been stellar these last several games. Yuri Alberto, what a run of play, and Robin Roos goes and denies him again. Wow. Oh man. Were you here, German? Were you in the stream when we played Arsenal in the first game of the episode? Because he was little more than the traffic cone. There we go. We are currently in European places right now. I say we end the season. Well, no, I don't want to end the season because we are moving up the table. We're getting closer to Champions League. We're only 6 points off the top of the table right now on equal games. Y'all, it's happening. It's happening. All we had to do was play teams that sucked and we would get our points. Yay. Well, Grabara, like I said, was god awful against Arsenal. Like like real bad. And so I had at some point said, you know, we signed Grabara as Bern Leno's replacement and gave Grabara or convinced Grabara to take a squad player role so that we could have one more season with Bern Leno. And then I forget what team it was, but they gave us like $30 million or $28 million for Bern Leno, who was like 32 or something. We were like, okay, yeah, let's take that in our cash grab so that we could sign every midfielder that came across the table. And so Grabara came in and was a better goalkeeper statistically, attribute wise, but he was awful. And so in that game, I was like, I'm not saying I regret selling Bern Leno, but also I think we probably could have used him in that game. And then Grabara has done nothing but just show up and been absolutely wild these last several games. I mean, I'm absolutely clipping those saves that he made. I don't even know. Golly, was it the Everton game where he clawed that ball off the line? I'm absolutely clipping those because I he that was like top notch goalkeeping right there. That is the reason we signed him. That is the goalkeeper we thought we were getting when we spent money on to bring Grabara in. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Mike, that Union Berlin typically do have a really, really great atmosphere. In fairness, I feel like I've heard nothing but great things about the atmosphere at all Bundesliga games. Yuri Alberto scoring the 20th league goal for Fulham, and he hasn't even played a full year for us yet. Love it. Yes, I think he does. Yeah, there it is. There it is, Mike. Old ponytail man right there. Damn. Sorry, German. I'm just coming back to this. You just like searched in the Google or in the YouTube search bar Football Manager Live, and I came up and you were like, "Let's check it out." How serendipitous. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. We do this every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you find yourself with some time on a Saturday, I know UK what is like 5 hours ahead, 6 hours ahead. So I recognize it's late or early depending on how you look at it. But yeah, if you find yourself with nothing to do on a Saturday and you want to come and hang out in the chat with me and Mike, Mike is typically just like waking up, and he graces us with his presence that early in the morning. We'd love to have you every Saturday. Now you know where to find us. Damn. Those are those 14-hour days, huh, German? 4 or 5 a.m. UK time. When do you typically stream? I fully intend on going into your profile after this to YouTube stalk you and figure out when all of your stuff is. 'Cause I'd absolutely want to return the favor. Ooh, cool. Adam Lalana is going to come and coach for us. Good for you, Lala. So when do you typically stream, German? Do you do every day, 3, 4 days a week? So I'm going to read this out for the chat. So German has just informed us that they stream under the name I Am Turkey Salad Boy. Because obviously, is there a story behind that you care to share, German? Because I am wildly interested in that. I absolutely want to know where the name I Am Turkey Salad Boy came from. Ah, of course. Drinking in college, where oh, that I'm sure there's a very genuine a very genuine story in there, but at the same time, that's wild. That's wild. I mean, I would love at some point, I would love to hear where that came from. Because that's not just something that people like, that doesn't just like happen in normal life, right? You had to have been talking about something which brought up something else, which brought up something else, and then all of a sudden you're talking about turkey salad boy. Okay. I'm rock on. Look at that. See, friends, this is how you do it. Mike got the information from German Football Spotlight, and I am Turkey Salad Boy, and immediately subbed to both of them. So props to Mike. He didn't even have to call the Greeks in. He was the Greek that went and subbed. So you all should also do that. Follow suit and help German Football Spotlight get a little further in the journey. Maybe this year is the year that German Football Spotlight makes a cent or a nickel. I forget the change term that you used. And also, while you're at it, subscribe here. Subscribe to Mike. Let's just make it a subscription party. Still hemorrhaging money. All right, well, there goes the camera. So we're just going to black screen it, friends. And I hope that's okay. I probably am only going to go for another little bit. Now you can see the subscription button. No, that's on the YouTube stream. Well, anyway, it'll make it easier for you. Ogbu has been playing phenomenally. Doesn't want me to give him props though, because of course not. Fulham, Aston Villa has been rearranged. Our next game, I guess, is against Sheffield United, and we've got all this time in between. So I might, maybe, just maybe, send some of these boys on a holiday. I just want to make sure that I'm not screwing myself over. Hello? Hello? Oh my lord. What is this game? Alright, so I can put him on a week's rest. Let's go ahead and send our homies out on a week's rest. They've played a lot of games. It's coming up to the turkey season. Harry Wilson, you haven't done anything. You're not even back. Gonzalo, you scored a goal. You deserve to go. Josh King, you haven't done anything. Ann Byrne, Patrick Berg, Lennon Miller, sure. Alvin Bassey, you haven't done anything. Your Charita, sure. Go for it. Spinazzola, you haven't done anything. Barbara, you beautiful human. Tete, Lukic, I don't know why he wants to be on half. Alex Iwobi, go for it. Max Kilman, Arne Engels, go for it. Thiago Santos, go for it. Minta, go for it. Sessignon. No, you can stay here, Sessignon. All right, so I'm going to send the boys out on a week's break while we roll up here into Sheffield United. Give everybody kind of a little resty poo while we're on the international break. Yes, exactly. I'm going to be making all the faces, or maybe I'm naked already. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. Sure, Lalana, you can go on a coaching course because I love you. When Adam Lalana, ooh, Mr. Schulberg here, outstanding work with youngsters, very good player ability and potential. think we're going to keep an eye on him. Fluent English. Good for us. All right, now. Arne Ingels, cool. Belgium got the dub. Denmark lost to Italy. Norway beat France pretty handily. Cool, cool, cool. And then Serbia lost to, what is this, Croatia? Yes. Okay, so a little mixed bag. A little mixed bag. All right, so German football, I'm just catching up on the other parts here. German football spotlight, 100 subs is the target for now. Okay, well, let's get German up to 100 subs, y'all. Again, if you are new to the channel, new to the stream, we're having a grand old time chatting in here with German and Mike. German from the UK, because naturally, and Mike from Greece, because naturally. And we're just, this is a sub party, not a subathon. I'm not a fancy YouTuber like that, but this is a sub party. We're just having a grand old time subscribing to each other's channels. So go ahead, put your channel in the chat box. Well, put your channel in the chat box, and then give us the briefest of explanations as to what you do on that channel and why it's not weird if we follow you, and we'll follow you. Of course, I was happy to see Yankuba Minta scoring on international duty. Oof. Where are you? Where is Hull, German? Where is Hull in the league table? You say you're still holding out for playoff place. I assume, what, like 10th, 11th, 12th maybe? But still like close numbers wise. Sixteenth place Sheffield United. Let's go. Give it all to me. Give me all the points. Oh, fifth. Okay. Am I missing something here? So you're hoping, sorry, I did misunderstand. You're hoping to just hold on to a playoff spot. I mean, you've got a 3-point gap on Wrexham, though they have a game in hand. Yes, I did just Google this. But I mean, you've got a 6-point gap on Southampton, who also have a game in hand. Okay. All right. Never mind. Yeah. It is a, what are there, 8 games? You've got 8 games left. Yeah. Okay. There is an opportunity for you all to not get a playoff spot there. Is it weird to anybody else that the season is almost over? I feel like this season has gone by really quickly. Like the fact that there's only what 9 Premier League games left after this week is crazy. see. Ridvan Berisha. We're giving some big kid money to. I mean, at this point, though, like, German, you're saying new stadium coming for Wrexham. I mean, they've done nothing but explode. Like, I'm sure if you were to look at the books, yes, obviously having like two Hollywood owners come in is great. But also just like the amount of, because of that, the amount that they're pulling in terms of like investment and whatchamacallit, sponsorships and all of that stuff. I mean, yeah, where else are they going to put the money? Like, I remember watching the first season of Welcome to Wrexham, and like there was that one episode where they were talking about the grass and like how they were spending all this money on the grass, and then it was like the wrong grass or something, and they got torn up, and so they're going to have the cash to splash on a new stadium, and especially if they've got designs in the next 2, 3, 4 years to get into the Premier League, which I don't think anybody can deny that that's where they're aiming at this point. They're going to have to do a little bit more. Yes, but would that work? Has that worked, I should say, Mike? Has that worked on a rainy night in Stoke? Because if it doesn't, not going to work in the Premier League. Kiefer Moore, I remember him. Wales International. Makes sense to bring him home. Those that have just joined the stream, the reason there's a black box in the bottom right hand corner is because my camera has decided that it's taking a giant nap and doesn't want to wake up. It took a whole bottle of Benadryl, and it's sleepy time. It's nap time for my camera. So we're just rolling with the black box. We're chatting away, having a grand old time. German here, Mike here. Neither from where it sounds like they're from. Well, actually, German, are you German? And you just happen to live in the UK? I don't think that's been asked or addressed. Okay, so German is not German. It's a red herring, friends, for those Fisher people out there. Well, if we're talking about crazy stadiums, I mean, when I think we can all agree when Luton went up and we were playing in like a back alley, essentially, people having to like I remember when they won promotion, and immediately photos started coming out of like the ways to get into the stadium, and you were having to like walk through people's backyards and like up all of these rickety stairs in between houses and all sorts of stuff. And people were like, can you imagine can you imagine like fans of Manchester United and Liverpool and Arsenal and City coming here and like squeezing between people's bathtubs and trash cans and things just to get up to their, fifth row seat or whatever? Well, we're going to test that theory, Mike. Not in FM, though. You go to the Prem with a 5K stadium, no issues. I mean, the Marine Stadium, as doofy as that name is, we've got exactly 5K in that arena. So we're going to be hopefully in the next 2 to 3 seasons, preferably 2, we're going to be testing that theory and really pushing the pocketbooks of our board, because I can't imagine that they will have built us a stadium that we can't expand, and we're going to then have to build another stadium once we get in the Premier League, because they're not going to allow us to play in a 5,000 capacity stadium. Really, German? Is it what do you think is the issue for you, German? You say you're useless at FM. What is that? Like, what about it gets you just like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing? Because I feel like this is one of those games. I like this type of game more than like a FIFA or a Madden or a 2K or anything, because it's like more skill based. Yes, there's some, as Arne Engels with the goal. There are some things about it that are just like, we know what's going to happen. We just have to put these sort of stipulations together, this sort of structure together, and we know what's going to happen. Like a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress. We know what's going to happen there, right? But there is a lot of like thinking and figuring out involved, as opposed to like FIFA, where, you know, if you play Ultimate Team, all you got to do is spend a couple shillings to put together a beast team, and then like do all the fancy button finger maneuvering, whatever, and you'll be pretty darn good. This one, I feel like, as long as there's, for the most part, as long as there's like common sense and you have a decent handle on how, I know this sounds, I'm going to stop myself right now. I know it sounds like I'm trying to dunk on you here, German. When did, oh, after 15, okay. Yeah, I think we were talking about earlier how I only started playing in FM22. But I mean, even from FM22, like I can't imagine going back to 22 and trying to play. I am still currently rolling with 1 save in FM24. It's a Pentagon challenge that I just got. I mean, I got too deep into to not finish it out. I'm currently winning the Champions League equivalent in Mexico, and then headed to South America, and then finishing the easiest leg in Europe at that point after you've won all 4 of the other 5. But even just flipping back and forth between those two, like, almost gives me a headache, because there are just so many things that are different and things that I miss, like the training screen. Okay, I don't know why that guy was standing with the ball, but Alex Iwobi says thank you. And then Balumi says thank you. I'll take that back. James Ward-Prowse over here playing for the Blades. Adley, oh, off the post. That was a gold-plated opportunity for them to score, and we are on the counter. Alvarado, back to Robinson, to Alvarado, and we don't get to see the highlight. What the hell? I mean, honestly, baseball, like, I've played so many different baseball games, like MLB The Show, and there were several other, like, varieties of games back when variety was a thing and diversity was encouraged. Um, and I get so bored with baseball. There are just so many freaking games. There's just so many. Like, there doesn't need to be that many. There's just, nobody can convince me that the game wouldn't be better playing 80 games instead of 162 or whatever it is. Like you nobody's going to be able to convince me of that. And so just the idea of sitting there and playing 4 seasons worth of Premier League games in 1 season of baseball game, like that doesn't sound fun. I have seen several videos, several FM content creators talking about how FM players should try out of the park. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean the game itself, baseball itself is just awfully boring to watch unless you're at the park because then it's the environment and you get your hot dog and your cracker jacks and whatever however the song goes. Yuri Alberto should have scored that. And Alvarado's down with a right knee tweak. But I mean, I'm a numbers guy too. Like when I try to talk to people about this game who aren't like FM players or even people that aren't soccer people, they look at me like I've lost my ever-loving mind. When I try to explain that this is a management, a soccer or football management simulation game, they look at me like I have 16 heads. And they say, what the hell are you talking about? Like, are they real players? And I just have to walk them through every freaking process associated with this game every time. And I still don't think they get it, but it just makes sense to me. And so like I love the data. I call this spreadsheet manager. Holy Christmas, what a freaking slide. That's one of those horror slides if he doesn't get it right. And Gonzalo, 2 goals, 2 games, 2 goals. Gonzalo, let's go. Thiago Santos with the assist. Oh, really? Is it German? Is it the out of the park? Is that what Work the Space is streaming? There was there was one baseball game that I really enjoyed playing, like way back in the day on like the original Xbox. And I can't remember if it was like 2K baseball because it wasn't the show. I didn't get into the show until much later. Gonzalo with the sweat goal, Yuri Alberto. Gonzalo is coming true for us right now. I know that was a long pause after that baited word, but what a beautiful ball by Arne Engels, and then a sweat goal one time to Yuri Alberto. We're up 3-1 over Sheffield United. But I what I loved about that one baseball game, and I wish I could remember what it was, but you could make your own baseball field. And I don't know if that's I haven't played a baseball game and I don't even probably since like the PlayStation 2 that my brother had. Yeah, maybe that. But I mean, I loved making the most ridiculous baseball fields ever. I'd have like the left porch be 65 feet from home plate and the right porch be like 385 feet and then have like 6 triangles that looked like teeth coming out of the center field. And so you could really get locked in. People would be trying to chase the ball down this like tiny little conical hallway when you hit it to dead center. So it would go from like 250 feet to 425 feet at the peak of that triangle. We did some silly stuff. Yeah, for that's what I'm saying, Mike. 162 game season in MLB The Show, in MLB The Show 19. By the time you finished, MLB 21 had come out, and that's only one season. That's only one. There is nothing fun about that. And so when I would play, I swear I was just talking about this with somebody else in real life, IRL as the kids would say, and we are up to sixth place right now. Guys, come on now. Things are looking good. We're 8 points away from City in first place. Everybody's equal on games. My friends, my friends. But I would play that because I always liked to, it was more interesting for me to play the like my career mode in a baseball game because sitting there and I felt like it was too easy to break the dynasty modes because I would just, especially in baseball where there's like no, like you can spend whatever you want on anybody. But I could not convince myself that it was a good thing. Well, that's not going to happen against Chelsea. That it was a good thing for me to sit there and be a batter and get 5 at bats every single game and play every single game. So I would always be a pitcher so that I knew that I was going only 5 times or going once every 5 days. And that was the only way that I could handle a baseball game. Because otherwise it was just so boring. What are we discussing a Yuri Alberto deal for? Yeah, no, Yuri Alberto's not going anywhere, homie. There. Used to be text only, and people played that? Oh, yikes. That's great. We're talking about shoot, what is it? OOTP. What does the acronym stand for? We've talked about it about 100 times, and now I can't for the life of me remember what we said. Something the park. Uh, See, this is old man brain for those that don't know. Don't get old. I know it doesn't look like I'm very old, but I'm basically no. No. Anthony Robinson is out 5 to 7 weeks with a patellar fracture. Oh, this could not have come at a worse freaking time. Wow, that sucks. So we've got Spinazzola, but really it's going to be Sessegnon. Oh no. Out of the park. Yes, thank you, German. Oh my Lanta. What a freaking blow that is. Holy Christmas. Oh my God. Okay, well, and then we play City right after. Damn. And we have never, ever had good success playing Sessegnon at left back. Oh, that could not have come at a worse time. But at least Terry Wilson's back, so we got that going for us. Oh, man. Freaking A. Damn, that sucks. That's what it feels like, Mike. To be fair, this wasn't about giving him a new contract. I would absolutely give Yuri Alberto a new contract. Not that I want him to ask for it. Don't do that, big brother. Don't listen to that. But I would. This was about Sunderland, Labrie from Sunderland signing him, being interested in signing him. I have no interest in selling Yuri Alberto to freaking Sunderland. And I don't know why he would want to go there anyway. They suck. They're 9 points below us. Why would he want to go there? Gross. Well, at what point, since we're talking about age, at what point does it like, because I mean, when you're 12, a 17-year-old is like basically 40, right? So at what point in your life, look at Rodrigo Muniz over here, 3 straight games, or I guess not 3 straight games, but 3 games with a goal. Good for him. At what point in your adult life does it become no longer a matter of like age doesn't matter as much? So like I'll be 37 this month. I was born in 1989, or not this month, sorry, this year. I was born in 1989. And so I mean 7 years for German. Mike, you were born in 84, so that's 5 years for us. Because like I live on a street in the neighborhood that I live in. This is the first neighborhood that I have ever lived in since I was a child. That was like there are people around, there are families around, you know, there are neighbors that you like want to hang out with, and it's not, you know, weird or uncomfortable or everybody hides in their house. Like before I hopped on the stream, I was out in the street drinking a watermelon margarita with all of the parents while the kids chased each other around and played basketball and all of that stuff. Absolutely love my neighborhood. But I am the youngest in the neighborhood. I have 2 children, one of whom, the oldest, will be 13 next month. And so I recognize that I had a child young, but I feel like that's always kind of like made it weird going into, and I also see myself as like a younger person. And I think that goes for everybody. But like going into my eldest son's classroom and sitting next to other parents where our kids are the same age, but they look like my parents. I don't know. That got real weird and deep. Or not weird, but that got deep. It's just like, at what point do you stop looking at a 5-year age gap, 7-year age gap, and being like, damn, you were graduating when I like got into middle school. I don't know what people think about that. That's what I think about. Those are my shower thoughts. This is another thing I hate doing that they had in FM24. And I know I don't have to do it, but also it benefits with body language and connection and all of that. But you can no longer just highlight the whole group and just run through it mega quick that way. You have to go each individual stupid freaking player. And it's dumb. Yeah, man. Looking back so I was 23 when my eldest was born. And like looking back at pictures from back then, I was just like, who is that kid? That's not a person. That's a child with a child. Okay. That is an interesting point though, Mike, that people are what they are. Like at that point, it's kind of like, you know, you're not changing, right? Like you're like you said, you are who you are. It's not you're not turning into a different person. You're not still like exploring yourself. You've kind of like settled in. Yeah, there's some movement that could happen, but like for the most part, you kind of just are, right? And so I guess that would stand to reason that, who people that you meet and whatever, like if they have the same interests as you, it at that point doesn't really matter age, because that's just what you're going to be into for the rest of your life or a good portion of your life, as opposed to as a kid where, maybe I'm really into like board games or something this week, and then, next week I'm going to be into race cars or something. I don't know. So I vibe with that, Mike. That reasoning. And here we are playing Chelsea away. Maybe, no, I was going to say maybe we score early on, but the 40,000 at Stamford Bridge kind of blew the ball out of bounds. We do have the ball again. Iwobi into Alvarado. Oh, and he doinks it off the post. Oh, what a good strike by Alvarado. And Alvarado is on it today as he gets the ball picked off of him by James Madison. Wesley Fofana in for Moise Caicedo. Levi Cole. James Madison again inside to Enzo Fernandez. Oh, what a big stop. I mean, he's offside, but Grabara goes K-save. And it looked like Pedro was trying to get it through his legs. And Grabara just dropped the knee. Love that, my friends. Gross. Boo. Hey, if I can't cheer for Liverpool in the save here, you can't cheer for Chelsea. It's a rule. This is my stream, my rules. Deal with it, Mike. And that's a friggin' penalty. We have had so many more violent tackles in the box than that. We have had so many more ridiculous tackles in the box than that all episode. And we like sneezed on him and he fell over. That's some Chelsea nonsense there, Mike. And Grabara with the save. Eat it, João Pedro. Yeah, take that 6-2, you dink. Let's go. I love it. Anderson with essentially the corner kick throw in. Into Yves Bissouma. Turns, pivot turns. Goes all the way back to Anderson. Ogbu, Sessegnon, Ogbu, Sessegnon. Minta tried to get a leg up there. Oh! Sanchez saw that late and was able to push it wide from the shot, the pot shot by Arne Engels. Go ahead and cheer the boys here. Yeah, exactly. In a game, obviously I would have argued that, because who isn't arguing that? In a real game. And then when my goalkeeper makes the save, if it's not me, I'm absolutely standing up and saying, ball doesn't lie. Arne Engels with the goal. Yakuba Minta with the assist. Yeah, I'm absolutely standing up. I won't get in the official's face. I'm not gonna, because I will absolutely get a card, because I will have been talking a significant amount before that call happened. So I'm already in the book a little bit. I'm already on the list for that official. So I'm not going to get up in their face, but I am going to say very loudly ball doesn't lie. So they know that I know that they made the wrong decision. All the way back to Grabara. Ogbu on the ball now, goes back to Santos, up to Yankuba Minta. Santos wins it back again. I mean, I'm impressed here that we aren't. Oh, okay. Did anybody else see that? Arne Ingels did like a little river dance back heel kick, legs crossed. It's like a backward Rabona, a back heel Rabona. We've got 38% possession, but none of it matters because we're 1-0 up. Rasheed Wallace's favorite word. Dude, I love Rasheed Wallace, man. I wish we had bangers like that in the NBA now. I mean, I'm not a big dude. I know you all typically only see me from like shoulders up. But I mean, I'm not a big dude in terms of like stature. I'm 6'2", but you know, I'm a lean 6'2", all things considered. But I'm an enforcer at heart. If Mike wasn't if Mike were to stream, I'd be in his streams being the enforcer. Like he is my enforcer here, getting people to subscribe and whatnot. Alex Iwobi gets it pushed up and over by Sanchez. And so whether it's basketball, soccer, ultimate frisbee, football, like I'm gonna put a body on. Because that's who I am. Damn it. And so the Rasheed Wallaces of the world, they'll always get actually we can put Harry Wilson. They'll always get my my support for being willing to just go and do what's necessary, bang people around in the box. Joakim Anderson on a 6'3'8". Jeez, criminy. Put Gertruida in there. But yeah, I mean, I talk just stupid trash on the field because I'm not the biggest, because I'm not the fastest, I'm not the most skilled or the most talented, but I talk a mean game. Typically like an actually mean game. There are certain topics I won't go into, but I'll talk about some dumb stuff. And Nico Jackson misses an absolute sitter. How's that feel, Mike, watching that happen? We should be losing this game right now. 2-1. João Pedro misses his, or doesn't miss it. His penalty is saved. And then Nico Jackson is practically in the mouth of the goal, Fernando Torres style. Holy long throw. No, stop it. No, stop it. Just tackle him, kill him. Thank you. Oh my God. That was one of those highlights where it goes horribly wrong and you can just see the win melting away in front of you. But it did not this time. We go and we win. Apparently, you know, with us being the other London club, because there's like 4 billion of them. This was a rivalry, and we are currently sitting in 5th place. My friends, what a freaking run of games we have put together here. Of course, it'll all come crumbling down when we play Man City away in a few days, but right now, we're gonna freaking enjoy this. Agree, totally agree, Mike. He was one of those players that just like didn't care enough. Like he could have been so freaking good. But I mean, he was just there. He was there having a good time, just doing whatever he wanted instead of what everybody else wanted him to do. His attitude and the way he rebounded, the way he defended. We have now won our 6th straight, and they want us to request a new contract. Should we? Our options here. I would like a new contract because it is important that the players see that I'm committed to this club and that you are committed to me. As I'm sure you are aware, there has been some interest in my services from other clubs, and while I currently have no intention of leaving, a new contract would help send a message that they should look elsewhere. I want to sign a new contract. I want to build something here that stands the test of time in your support. Ooh. I mean, I read number 2 and immediately thought of that, but I think number 3 is technically... All right, well, we ended up getting the contract anyway. We are currently on 81K a week. Yes. Sure, you can go out on loan. $81K a week. I think we could absolutely do better than that. Exactly. They need to know my players need to know what they're aspiring to by winning me all these games. All right, let's see. Enter contract negotiation. So again, we're at 81. They want to give us a 13K per week raise. And if we qualify for the Europa League, not this season, but next season, we'll get a square 245K. I want to get a hundo, a clean hundo. And we could have asked for more, but we now get a $19,000 per week raise. We are sitting at $100,000 going into December, $100,000 per week going into December. Yes, I'm delighted. Who wouldn't be? 100K a week? Quick math. I don't know why I had to do that math. 5.2 mil a year. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. I think so we're at 3:15 right now, 3 hours and 15 minutes of the stream. I think because we've been playing so well, I'm going to play the city game. I'm going to play the city game to try and ride the momentum. If it goes well, great. We have Ipswich after that, so I feel comfortable being able to... Yikes, they're the best performing team, best performing attacking team, and we have the best performing attacking player. So I'm going to try and ride the hot save file right now, and then we play Ipswich after. So if we win, I feel like we can shut it off, and still we've got them at home, still do pretty well. But if we lose, then we close it and we reset and all of that. Can I not see? Oh, come on. You don't think this looks like I make $100,000 a week? Come on, y'all. Come on, look at this. The untucked shirt, like this is Silicon Valley swag right here. This I look like I'm a trust fund baby. All right, here we go. Attire. We're going rings. Can I put one on every finger, you think? Here we go, Mike. Just for There we go. Look at that. I am that guy. I am that guy. Wristwatch. Uh, we're gonna go big rolly on the left. And then we're gonna go silver band on the right. No, that's not it. Ears, earrings. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, do I want round cut or squares? There we go. All right, we've done it, y'all. We've signed $100,000 a week contract, and our guy is. I mean, we could go three. Little pea jacket here. This looks fancy. What are we thinking? Are we thinking the three-piece suit or the pea coat? Come on, come on, come on. We going three-piece suit or pea coat? No, that's not. Oh, these are all presets. No, crap. I don't want to change. Yes. I just want to go back to my person. There we go. All right. So while we figure that out, are we doing three-piece suit or pea coat? I gotta know. I gotta know. Wristwear, Yoth, and Yoth. Let's confirm that so we can save it. Or are we playing the game where the richer we get, the more slovenly we look? I mean, this looks like a dude who makes money, right? Yes, I I realized at that point that I was clicking around on the presets and completely changing my person. So I'm glad I noticed that before I went and saved it. All right, so we going three-piece suit or we're going peacoat. I'm thinking peacoat right now because the middle of the it's the middle of the winter here. Obviously yellow, right? Why can't I get that shade of green? That's what I want to know. I mean, that's obnoxious. Suit upstairs, track pants below. Got to make a statement. All right. We're doing it, friends. Suit and tie. I look like a professor. I should have the little patches on my elbows here. Let's go green jacket, because obviously. Gray top. And a black tie. Cool. Bottoms, we're going trainers. I mean, these joggers? Why does it look like I'm wearing jodhpurs? Look at those calves. I've got defined calves. Look at this. Holy Christmas. I've been doing some calf raises. Jeez Louise. I wish my calves looked like that in real life. Holy golly. I mean, I look ridiculous. I need to have some bag there because I can't be rolling around looking like I'm wearing Under Armour tights. Oh, geez. Okay, so what kind of colorblind are you, German? Yes, for Mike, I'm so glad you said I can see this. Absolutely. I can see the little like band here at the knees for the cutoffs and then just like the white long socks. Totally see it now. That is absolutely what I was envisioning in my head. Okay, so maybe we go, no, 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 maybe. Look like I'm going to prom. Well, it is almost the holiday season. We'll go red-green combo. And then this absolute nonsense. I look like an elf. I literally look like an elf. And I've my little tap dance shoes here. There we go. Business up top, party down below. Yes, freaking please. Love it. My guy is an absolute stud. Red, brown, green. Okay. And you made, oh, Jiminy Christmas, you made a snooker video game. Uh, excuse me. Hello. Is anybody else seeing this absolute bull crap? We've been robbed. We have been robbed. We had $103 million in our transfer budget before we signed that contract. Are you kidding me? What? 103 million in transfer budget and we're still 15 million overdrawn? Oh my god. Well, there goes the January transfer window. Are you freaking joking me? I wouldn't have signed a new contract. I didn't care about that $19,000 a week. I cared about the $103 million. Oh my god. That's for real. For real. What do they think? I use the company card and they're like, this will probably cover it. I'm wearing freaking joggers. And they weren't even good looking joggers. That's great. Like, that's wild. What's the most money you have gotten stolen out of your bank account in this game, y'all? Because that is thievery. Just straight up, flat out thievery. $103 million just poof, disappeared in a puff of smoke. What in the... Me and Mr. Khan are gonna have a real freaking conversation because that's some bull crap. I cannot believe that. We had so many plans for that $103 million. We worked so freaking hard to sell all the people we didn't need anymore. And now, oh, El Idiad wants Uriel Berto. They're probably going to get, or they're probably going to give us 120 million for him, and it's immediately going into Khan's bank account. That's wild. I'm going to save the game here. Oh my lord. Yeah, blames my lavish lifestyle. I got cheaper clothing. I was like dressed to impress, minus the fact that I couldn't remember how to tuck my shirt in. But I was dressed to impress, and I put freaking sneakers on, and they're like, 103 is not really what you need here, huh? I cannot believe that we just got snaked out of that much money. That's wild. It's going to take me a minute to come down from that. That is crazy. If the back half of the season sucks, I'm going to come back right now to that whole debacle and say, what in the hell happened? That's great. Yeah, I probably did. I went to like a Ross or I mean, I don't know what the UK equivalent is to like an Old Navy or something. But I got a t-shirt for $5. I already had that jacket. My parents got it for me for Christmas 15 years ago. You saw the moth holes. Holland's still kicking around over here. I guess I say that as if we've been in the trenches here for 20 years. We're only one we're only one season in. All right, Ogbu stealing the ball right off of Holland's feet. He still runs like he does in real life in this game. Ogbu, do something with it. Don't sit on it. They're high press. We're just like not figuring out what to do. Yuri Alberto with the goal. Yuri Alberto from Arne Engels. Let's go up and over the top. Now that is a striker, my friends. Arne Engels just drops it in. They're playing such a high line, flat-footed. Yuri Alberto goes right past Donnarumma. And we are up 1-0, 2 minutes into the game over City. Let's freaking go. Come on, boys. Come on, come on. Now if we could just not get a highlight for the whole rest of the game, that would be great. I know it'd be boring as hell, but we're up 1-0, so what does it matter? Yuri Alberto goes big wide to Alvarado, who goes inside, is going to cut it back. I thought he was going to go to... thought he was going to go back to Iwobi. Yuri, what are these passes? What is happening? And he's offside. I mean, we are pressing them. We are absolutely pressing them. I wish he'd gone through to Yuri Alberto. I didn't realize how open he was in between the left back and the center back there. He puts that on the ground. Yuri Alberto's jogging in 1v1 on Donnarumma again. Come on, boys. Let's go. Mike's just a big fan, German. Mike, how did you find... Did you just, like, use the YouTube search bar to look up? I think maybe we talked about this at one point as Phil Foden just puts a hole in the frickin' net. Holy hell. Did you just, like, look up non-league FM content or something on YouTube, and you happen to find my series, well, that's frustrating because we have been on the we've been on the front foot here, but City are gonna City, right? And we were playing around in the back too much. Santos beats the pressure. Minta and Arne Ingles can't get it through to Yankuba Minta. Rico Lewis shapes it around Trincao to Bernardo Silva, Savino, Foden, inside to Holland. And he's offside. Come on. Give me the offside. Yes. Let's go. Don't ever do that again. Oh, it was really close. Oh, man. Thiago Santos just barely stepped up. I would be happy with the game ending like this. 1-1. I mean, City are a phenomenal team, as we all know. Frustratingly phenomenal. Well, shoot. Glad I must have put together some sort of semblance of viewership where somebody could just search FM26 and find my page. Bernardo Silva up and over the top. Yes, they are applying the pressure. We get it. I know that we're way past the AI integration, but I would also like different, I don't know, like different ways to view the game in terms of like the words that are being used. I mean, for example, does anybody ever do press conferences anymore? Like it got to the point in FM24 where I knew where the right questions were. So I could just like I'd blindly move my mouse around and click all of the correct answers. Oh, Yuri Alberto scuffs it and sends it wide right. FM26 they said is going to be different, but it's essentially the same thing, and I can click all the right answers because they're always in the right spots. It would be great if they used AI, and I'm not a big AI fan, but if they used AI to create different environments for things like that. And then also some of these things, like the at the bottom here, and Kuba Minta almost gets inside. Sessignon can't get it past. Just like different ways to describe the game, if that makes sense. Well, you know, Mike, that if you had a channel, we would all be in your stream every day. Because I would imagine you would stream every day. And you'd be able to I envision you playing Football Manager with one of those like open window backdrops and like the sea is behind you. It's very majestic and whatnot. Barbara, get it off your foot, please. Jiminy Christmas. You could be like I don't know, the Greek FM god with just playing in this majestic scene behind you. Very regal, lots of tigers and you know, seahorses being ridden by bears in the background, that kind of stuff. You know, the normal things. Hell yeah, we would be present for Mike German. I love how you popped into the stream tonight and you were pro Mike already, the way it should be. Mike is a national treasure, both here in America and in Greece, and deserves to be treated as such. God, ram it. All right, Wilson's going to go out that way. And he is a left-footed player, so he should be able to play out there. Gonzalo is going to come in on the right. And I swear I have moved him to inside forward permanently, and I don't know why that doesn't keep showing up. Yizbasuma is playing horribly. So we'll put Lennon Miller in. Alex Iwobi's on a yellow. Joachim Anderson has just played so poorly. What is going on? These last several games, he has been an absolute shell of himself. See, Mike, I called it. What I was envisioning in my head is real talk. That could be your plug. You'd be sitting there with a beautiful backdrop, scoring beautiful goals, taking Southport to the domestic treble in the like quadruple Champions League. Oh, how does that come directly back to Omar Marmoush? He careens that off the crossbar and somehow settles it down. What is this? It comes straight down to his feet again. Oh my God. That's nuts. That is nuts. All right, so we are going to have to adjust some things now. Cool. Love doing that against City. So he scored in the second. They scored in the 17th and the 77th. And now it's kind of up to us to figure out a way to score again. And they're not going to make it easy on us because Erling Haaland is still rolling around, having the time of his frickin' life. See, that's a foul that looked so much worse than that stupid penalty that we gave up. See, that's a sweat goal. That's what I'm talking about. German, we were talking about earlier. That should have been a sweat goal. Oh my, that's a tap in. Any FIFA player worth their salt, that is a goal every single time. And we are going to take the loss instead of the draw because of that. Oh my, that's bonkers. That I don't miss FIFA at all. There is no part of FIFA that I'm like, dang, I wish I still played. Except for that. Except for like in those moments where you're like, you should have made a better decision. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, that sucks. Damn. Okay. Well, that was not fun. We were doing so well. We scored early. Yeah, they scored too, and then stupid Holland and Marmoush and all those idiots. We absolutely should have taken a point from that. And it really rankles me that we were not able to. Don't you love it when that happens? 19 finishing, a striker with 19 finishing, 18 composure, and can't hit the broadside of a barn. Ugh, gotta love it. It's almost like, what do you do with all of that natural talent exactly? Because it sure as heck isn't anything productive. All right, friends. Well, I told you that if we dropped that one, I mean, I guess I told you either way, we were going to sign off here, but now I guess is as good a time as any, now that we're having to reset the gameplay. We did so well. I mean, look at this stretch of games. We lost handily to Arsenal 4-1. But then we went on and won 6 league games and the 4th round Carabao Cup. We're coming up on Blackpool in the quarterfinal here. I mean, there are definitely some winnable games in the month of December. Ipswich, you got to believe, are a winnable game. Wolves, Stoke should be winnable, though 2 of those are away. Brighton might be pretty decent. We always play well against Crystal Palace, but that's tipping over into January. Blackpool should be relatively straightforward. So now I have to shut it off because I've said all of those things, and if we went and played now, we would lose 15-0 in every single one of those games. All right, boys, I'll talk to you later, and remember, next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be here. We will be finishing December and January. Maybe we'll sign some new people with all the money that was stolen from us. I don't know. I'm gonna have nightmares about that tonight. So appreciate y'all being in here, and check out the 3 stream live or let's play videos that are being posted this week. Subscribe. Thanks. Bye.